Dan Rubenstein, happy Black Friday. How are you, my friend?
Good. Finishing up dinner. What did I do today? I watched a bunch of college football.
Yeah.
I cleaned up in the house, which was much needed because we're one of those families that, when we go away, we do our best to clean up. So we return to a clean
house. Yeah.
But, we weren't batting 1,000. There was lingering things that needed. So like laundry and putting away clothes. So did that this morning. And then it's been college football since the kickoff of the Egg Bowl, which was entertaining for a stretch. And then Georgia Tech, which less entertaining in the traditional sense, but we got drama at the end.
Yep.
So there's that. And then New Mexico, as I've been trying to tell everybody.
We're all big eggheads here over at the Solid Verbal.
We settle for nothing less than excellence here. Going to the Mountain West Championship game. Are they not?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Took down San Diego State in double overtime, a wild affair. And it's all happening. So we've got Iowa stomping Nebraska. Nebraska finishing 7-5. Iowa, what did you say? Like 15 points from going undefeated?
Something like that. Yeah, their 4 losses were by a combined 15 points. So yeah, they're very much right at the precipice of maybe having a better season. Didn't quite work out, but 40-16 today will do nicely in their rivalry game to close out the year. You mentioned the Ole Miss Mississippi State Egg Bowl a little bit earlier today, 38-19. Utah was sort of on the ropes for a while against Kansas.
Man.
I watched a pretty good chunk of that game.
Same.
And Utah pulled one out after you saw the play that they pulled out. I don't recall if it was 3rd and short or 4th and short, but one or the other where they sort of had Devin Dampier do a little stutter step forward and then went right over the top for a long gainer. That was nice. And then clean old-fashioned hate, which just ended a little bit ago. And 16-9 is not a score I had on the bingo card, especially I would accept that if it were Georgia and unnamed opponent, but certainly against Georgia Tech, which this season has definitely had some trouble on defense. Otherwise plays really good offense, right? We had people in the YouTube comments all throughout telling us, guys, are you aware that Georgia Tech's got the number 1 offense? Yeah, we're aware. They kicked 3 field goals today. Actually, Georgia kicked 3 field goals too and only scored 1 touchdown early in the game. So this is very much a defensive sort of rock fight here that we saw, but Georgia does get the dub. Georgia Tech with another loss, which is sort of a, disappointing way to end their season. One that for a good chunk
doesn't affect the ACC race.
Doesn't affect the ACC race. I mean, Georgia Tech's for the most part out of that as well, barring any kind of like crazy situation. I think it's like a 0.3% chance they could still find their way into that game. But practically speaking, they're out of pretty much everything that they were very much in for, say, 6 weeks ago. So we'll have a little bit of time here in the postseason to unpack what all that means for Georgia Tech. Obviously, Georgia looks like they're a playoff team, and they're going to wait to see what the results are of tonight's game, which we're going to be doing the Altcast for, the Texas A&M game, as well as the Iron Bowl tomorrow to get a sense of, hey, are we going to this SEC championship or are we not? They're obviously rooting for losses if they want to even play in that game, which is a conversation we can have throughout the course of the evening. But that is where things stand right now. For those of you who are watching us live on YouTube, please hit follow or subscribe. You can see in the lower right corner, where is it? Over there, lower right corner of the screen, that is our subscriber count. We're trying to drum up as many as we can. That's not why we do these. We do these because we just enjoy watching games together. But
I enjoy speaking with you.
I enjoy speaking with you. But while we're here, if you wouldn't mind doing us a solid and hitting the subscribe button, that would be a very kind gesture, especially on a holiday weekend. The other thing that I would add is if you are out there and if you're watching on X, the Everything app, as it were, please hit follow. Please go on out to the link in our bio, hit subscribe on the podcast, go out to the YouTube channel so you can comment along with the Verballerhood, and of course, be part of the community.
Yes. Oh man, weird green screening. You see the way that Greg McElroy looks 2-dimensional.
I mean, it looks like he's on a Zoom call right now in the preseason.
Yeah, he
Or
looks
preseason,
like
pregame.
a cardboard cutout of Greg McElroy. He's doing color for this game, right?
Can I don't know if I could.
Like a movie stand-up, like you would see this version of Greg McElroy outside of Zootopia 2 at your nearest Regal cinema.
Oh man, here, let me see if I can get a screenshot of this.
YouTube TV doesn't let you. You probably have to use your camera on your phone.
Oh really? Oh,
I believe, unless you have a different the standard Mac screenshotting app doesn't let you do it. By the way, while we're here warming up, more important than even Greg McElroy and Sean McDonough, look at this comment, Ty, that's covering my beautiful face right now.
Go ahead, read it off to me. I'm taking a.
Just listen to the Reheat episode where Ty left the mysterious day job. ... Lots of similarities in my life right now as I take my journey into self-employment. Listening to you guys gives me confidence. Do we think this person got assassinated? Wow.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm happy to hear that. You know, if we can inspire anybody with this, it's well worth the journey. So, hit us up, solidverbal@gmail.com anytime. If there's anything we could do to help or anything we could say to try and encourage you, we're always happy to do so.
Or if you run a gas and chemical company and you think Ty fits the bill for what you're looking for in your communications department,
I'm out, man. No.
And it's kind of a no-show job.
I'm definitely up for no-show jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's get a good old-fashioned college football booster with a car dealership no-show job where Ty shows up an hour a week to answer the phones.
This picture of McElroy and McDonough is utterly ridiculous.
You mean their frame right now?
It is. This is utterly ridiculous at how they look two-dimensional like this. I'm going to put it up on the screen here.
You understand why?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain for the people out there? I know why.
Yeah, because there's a live effect on them because they're standing in front of a green screen. And when I don't know if it's because Greg McElroy has detailed ends of his hair and Sean McDonough doesn't, because he has a clean, bald look, that it makes you look two-dimensional because it's sort of they're messing with the
Here it is,
brightness, maybe.
Look at
right?
that.
Right. Because it doesn't his hair has that like white edge to it. So it makes him it looks like Sean McDonough is standing next to a Greg McElroy cutout at a Regal cinema. As if Greg McElroy had a biopic coming out in the vein of like Ray Charles called Greg, the Greg McElroy story. Right?
What a start to the game, man.
Yeah.
The McElroy and McDonough cardboard cutouts.
Yeah. Well, McDonough looks okay. This is the double Mac. This is the Big Mac broadcast, I guess. McDonough and McElroy. But yeah. So status update. Anthony Hill not playing. Is that what I'm seeing on the screen?
It appears so. That would be something.
So Anthony Hill hurt his hand a couple weeks ago. Star linebacker, arguably the best player on this Texas defense, out for Texas, which is unfortunate.
So if you are out there, again, if you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you're watching out on X, the Everything app, you don't have to hit subscribe. You can hit follow. Let us know in the comments here where you're watching from, what your best Thanksgiving dish was, what your most disappointing Thanksgiving dish was. I think we'll get more out of you, Dan, if we start talking about disappointing dishes. Not that you don't appreciate a good dish.
I totally. You know how I feel though about Thanksgiving.
I know how you feel.
My
Why don't
general,
you tell the audience
general,
how you feel.
Yeah, my general feeling with Thanksgiving is you should not, unless you love and adore traditional Thanksgiving food, you don't need to make it. If your family's a tamale family, if your family's a chicken teriyaki family, like, the important thing is getting together and breaking bread over some hopefully homemade food and having a good time with loved ones and friends and everything like that. And you shouldn't be chained to stuffing and cranberry sauce and pumpkin pie and all that stuff and turkey, unless you love turkey.
Yeah.
And so if you're an enchilada family, if you're if you want Lithuanian food, I say just go for it.
Is Lithuanian food a thing?
I am sure it is. Why would every other country have food culture except for Lithuania?
I don't know. It's got a very strong basketball culture. I know that.
Yes. Okay. Hearty and based on local ingredients like potatoes, rye, and dairy. Many potato dishes such as sepelinai dumplings and bouvinai blianai pancakes. Popular savory dishes include kolduanai meat dumplings, kibinai meat pies, and balandinai delai stuffed cabbage rolls.
I mean, I think you're really nailing the local accent.
sure.
That was beautiful, Dan. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
If you're interested in some shakotis, a traditional tree cake made on a spit and decorated to look like a tree, often served at celebrations.
This is what we do here. I don't know if people prefer the commentary on Lithuanian food or the 2D cardboard cutout of Greg McElroy. Either or, you don't have great options until we have kickoff.
Yeah.
Which should be occurring momentarily. We've got our scoreboard up here. This will update. I should add, we did get dinged for showing some of the highlights out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Excuse me, X, the Everything app.
X, the Everything app.
On the broadcast that we did last week. So we're not going to be doing that again tonight. Dan has agreed to mime some of these plays. And I also have a notepad here where if you want me to draw some X's and O's out to maybe just illustrate what's going on, I'm willing to, draw up a little cover 3, whatever it takes.
Whatever you need to do.
In order to get the job done here. But
man, we already banned somebody? Or was that YouTube?
It was, well, I think this is probably a bunch of this is a game that a bunch of people are trying to watch. And, we've had this before where, like, the streamers who run the pirated streams chime in and have the bots that put the comments in.
Gotcha.
So we're going to be on high alert for those. I banned that one already. But there will be more because there always are more.
So we're always nutria hunting.
We got one here. Watching from Bear Lake, Michigan. The best food I had was the stuffing.
Nice.
The turkey was dry this year, not great. We also do mac and cheese. Is that weird? It's not weird at all. We used to do mac and cheese. This was actually, I think, one of the first years we didn't. Yep. We've done mac and cheese before. That's not weird at all.
No, that's pretty traditional, I would say, at this point.
And by the way, Dan says, make whatever you want to make.
Dan says it. If you guys are a French bread pizza family, make the best damn French bread pizzas you've ever made. Like the longest, like a Subway 6-foot long, comically large French bread pizza.
All right, so the game's about to kick off. It's the Papa John's kickoff. I have not had Papa John's in forever. Looks like they changed the logo. Changed the logo.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is an interesting fun fact. Utah's given up 762 rushing yards the last 2 weeks, and they are 2-0. Great.
It's a tough tightrope, but if you can manage it, Kansas was very much in that game. I think it was at least 2 back-breaking late interceptions in the red zone that Utah was able to pull off. So not only is it bad run defense from Utah, but allowing both Kansas and Kansas State. I don't know if there's just something about the Sunflower State. Is that what Kansas is?
It is the Sunflower State. They call that Sunflower Showdown, I believe.
That's right. Yes. But it has not been great for the Utah defense, and coming up with those timely interceptions is huge, obviously. But I'll watch the game a little bit more closely. I was flipping back and forth between that and some of the earlier action. But yeah, good for Utah. I'm sure some of the fringe playoff teams were watching with bated breath, fan bases of teams like Miami and Vanderbilt and the like.
Oh, yeah. Ryan says, hey, guys, thanks for the Altcast. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, Ryan. Same to you. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Hope you had a good day today.
Yes.
This one here from Scott, I think is a conversation we're going to need to have probably on the recap episode that we do tomorrow night at midnight. North Texas beat Temple. Should they be the new Group of 5 favorite for the college football playoffs? So I don't know what's going on with Eric Morris. I need to read up on.
He's going to Oklahoma State.
I know he's going to Oklahoma State. Is he going to be coaching through the remainder of the season?
I think he announced he would be. Yes,
he would be. Okay, because there was some conflicting information from shady accounts floating around online, and I didn't have a chance to stress test any of that. But
yeah,
I was hoping he would stick around. So that's good. I've been rooting for North Texas.
I will confirm this. Yeah,
it looks like right now, the odds are in the favor of North Texas and Tulane, I believe, making that conference championship game. But Navy did win on Thanksgiving, so there's potential for some weirdness. But if I were betting, and we did a conversation about this earlier in the week, or I guess towards the end of last week.
Yeah.
if I were betting on a G5 team that I think could contend with whoever they're going to play, my pick would be JMU, because I think JMU has a far and away better defense than any of the other G5 teams that are out there. That being said, I think whoever wins the American is going to get the nod. And I definitely think North Texas can beat Tulane. I don't think Tulane by any stretch is bulletproof. I can make a case this is one of the weaker Tulane teams we've seen the last couple of years. Because generally they're pretty good. I think they're kind of okay this year. And I've been surprised that they've been ranked where they're ranked. So we'll see. But I think whoever wins the American chance, I know I'm kind of punting on the question, but I think whoever wins the American is the team that's going to end up getting in per the most recent results we saw in the college football playoff rankings.
Has there been anything official regarding John Sumrall's future?
Well, the latest on John Sumrall sort of hinges.
Yeah.
It hinges on Lane Kiffin. So there was news that came out earlier today that Lane Kiffin is now out of the Florida running, that they have since moved on, that communications with him towards the latter half of the week got a bit scattershot and erratic, right? That was the word that they used. And so it sounds as if they have moved on from Lane and they're considering other options. It seems as though John Sumrall's name is the one that has the most momentum as we just have kickoff now in Austin. We'll do our part to try and time everybody up as we go through this here, but that's a touchback. They're going to start with the ball here. Texas is. So it sounds as if John Sumrall is sort of in the lead pack, let's say, at Florida. What I think it sounds like he is waiting on, though, is what Lane Kiffin does. Right. Because if Kiffin decides he's staying put at Ole Miss and not going to LSU, at that point it could be Sumrall to LSU. That could mean Jedd Fisch goes to Florida. That could mean a whole other set of dominoes that is ready to fall. So I'm very curious.
And
I don't know.
Kiffin goes, then there's Ole Miss consideration. We got a backwards pass to a double pass that's almost intercepted on the first offensive play for Texas. Yeah, so if Lane goes to LSU, obviously Ole Miss then opens up. So then there's calculus from guys like Alex Golish and John Sumrall, and I guess Jedd Fisch, whatever his consideration is for Florida.
Yeah.
So dominoes whether or not Lane Kiffin goes or stays, obviously.
Did UMass make the playoff? No, they did not.
Not officially yet, no.
Not officially, but they're not going to make the playoff.
I got a short gain for Texas. I have 47, 46.
So do I. We're right on the money.
Okay. Yes.
1440 on the clock right now. 3rd and 8 upcoming for Texas. So
and
short run up the middle from Trey Wisner.
And the ball is, I'll let you know when it's snapped on my end. The ball is.
Center turns around and looks.
Yep. Snap.
Yep. We're right on cue.
Love it. It's a nice
throw.
You saw Nate Tice mentioned if Arch decided to come out, number 1 overall.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
It was, well, first of all, on that specific play, nice clean pocket for Arch, which you hope for Texas's sake. That's the case all night. Good block from, I think it was Trey Wisner got in a nice little pass pro moment. How do I feel about that? I understand it from a physical standpoint. I'm never going to pretend to understand how NFLs evaluate quarterback, NFL teams. Another clean pocket. Ooh, we got a drop. It depends on who else does or doesn't come out. Dante Moore, there's a lot of smoke around him staying at Oregon for another season.
Right. I mean, QB1, according to a bunch of mocks right now, is Fernando Mendoza.
Sure.
And it's been interesting hearing people who cover this a little bit more intently as they grade players out and how they translate to the NFL. The consensus seems to be that QB1 in this year's draft is going to be noticeably a few rungs down from QB1 in previous drafts.
Yeah. Last year was not a good year either. I mean, after Cam Ward, I don't believe there was a lot of
Jackson Dart's probably the number 1 overall pick if they redraft. But outside of that, in terms of quarterbacks, I mean, I think Tyler Shuck's been okay.
Has he?
For the Saints. Shadur is just starting to get a run now with Cleveland a little bit. But, by and large, it's been a pretty thin. Max Brosber, our guy, is going to get a start from Minnesota this week because J.J. McCarthy is hurt for like the 15th time in 2 years.
It's been a struggle for him. Oh, pressure. And, all right. Texas A&M
hit him in the hands.
Field.
Sort of had 2 drops on that drive.
Yeah, that last play was hurried. But I think it hit him in the hands.
It did. It was a good throw. They're showing Arch Manning now.
They overloaded the left side. Yep.
Hit him in the hands. I mean, that's got to be a catch.
It's a tough catch, but it's catch up.
I mean, you're a wide receiver. You got to catch that.
Yep.
It wasn't the best throw, but
McElroy said he just missed him. Okay.
So Texas on the opening drive goes 6 plays, 10 yards, drains 2 minutes off the clock, and they have now pinned Texas A&M back on their own 7-yard line.
Now, if you're A&M, do you score here?
Yeah. Matt wants to know, would Cam Ward still be the number 1 in a redraft? I don't know. I haven't watched enough Cam Ward, so I'm the wrong person.
I imagine Jackson Dart has won a bunch of games for the Giants.
Jackson Dart's been incredible.
Okay.
With virtually no help, but I think Cam's had some pretty good moments too. So
that franchise is a mess, apparently. The Titans.
Which one?
Yeah. Well, the Titans and the Giants.
Texas A&M with the ball, their own 7-yard line. Marcel Reed back to pass. He scrambles for about 2.5 yards.
Nice little pocket collapse. Didn't give him any room. Yeah, this will be big. Texas A&M first half. Obviously, they've had some struggling in the first half recently. They've had to correct their own mistakes in the second half, but really nice defensive opening stanza. Be curious to see who they pick on in the linebacking core. There you go.
All right. So
was Craver the one who went off against Notre Dame?
Yes.
Good player.
Yep. Just a little quick screen out to Craver. He runs for 10 yards out to the 19-yard line. That's a first down for Texas A&M on their first possession. Doc Scott saying his rabbit ears are way ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I believe it.
That's some good defense early.
How does your digital antenna fare?
In the basement? Well,
yeah.
I have to extend it up to a window and balance it and sort of drive it into like the sort of, not the sill, whatever the area between parts of a window is called.
Okay.
I have to jam it into an area of the window. But once I do that, it gets enough sky access.
I am going to see if I can reduce the latency on this so that we're a little bit more real time for people.
Very nice play. It's McDonald. Jelani McDonald, who I think was beat up alongside, was it Taffy, the safety?
Yeah.
Well, we got a banner. We got to ban this person. I'm on it. Did it.
Done.
Sorry, you can't watch anymore. M. Cristobal 83. No. It's just something else.
We have DMC watching from England, hoping for some classic college football to end the regular season. I am with you.
Oh.
So we had a 3rd and 4 from A&M's own 25-yard line. Marcel Reed threw like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. And he threw it behind him, too.
A little bit behind Craver. Went right through his hands. It's going to be 5 and out for Texas A&M. So we had a 6-play drive for Texas that went 10 yards. We had a 5-play drive now for Texas A&M that went 18 yards and drained about 2.5 off.
I'm sure these guys are sort of jumping out of their skin. So no turnovers early is good. No tremendous screw-ups. Another good punt.
So this game has, I would say, pretty big ramifications with respect to the playoff. Not just the playoff, but the SEC. If Texas A&M were to lose, Texas A&M at this point is in the playoff. I don't think there's any denying that, right? They're undefeated. You lose to Texas, a ranked Texas team on the road. You're not going to be that penalized by it, right? They would still be in this thing by a lot, but they would in all likelihood be out of the SEC championship. So they would slide from potentially getting a bye to maybe 6th, 5th. I'm not sure how far they would fall, but that would still mean they get a home game, but they wouldn't have that extra week off in the beginning. I think it would have a tremendous impact on the seeding in this playoff. And this is something that we spoke about a little bit when we did both of our preview episodes over the past week or so. I think the real chaos this week, and we're going to start getting into it as we obviously see the games unfold tomorrow, it's not so much David knocking off Goliath. It is a bunch of these matchups that affect playoff teams that could just cause the seeding to move ever so slightly in one direction or another. The big flashpoint right now is Miami and whether or not they're going to get in. But there are plenty of other instances, and it's not hard to cook up what they might be that could involve a team like a Texas A&M sliding a few spots. Maybe Ole Miss sliding up a spot or two. Just things that I think could have a real impact on the path that some of these teams have when they do get into the playoff. Obviously, there's a fair amount of, what could we say, conversation about what's going to happen on the back end of that top 10 right now, which is sort of where the college football playoff war is being fought between Notre Dame and Alabama and the likes of BYU and Miami. I think that will get very interesting. We'll maybe get some clarity on that this weekend. Miami obviously needs to beat Pitt. If Pitt were to knock off Miami, if Pitt were to somehow find its way into the ACC championship game, obviously that knocks Miami out of it, but that could introduce a whole bunch of other interesting scenarios that we'll need to talk about in due course here. But, you know, the extent to which we get the chaos that you would expect or you would hope for if you're watching in England, I don't know how much of the raw upsets we're going to get, but definitely with respect to playoff seeding, there's a lot on the table that could go down.
Real-time weather update. Tomorrow's kickoff real feel in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 30 degrees.
It's going to be cold.
Freezing.
It's going to be cold. It got real cold here overnight.
We're expecting 5, maybe more inches of snow tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we're going to get clipped on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Over here in Allentown. I need some hometowns here. Let us know let us know where everybody's watching from. We got a couple that
I saw a couple Pyongyangs earlier.
Pyongyang, yeah. Yeah, Doc brings up a good point. I mentioned conversation on the back end of the playoff rankings.
Yeah.
People on the internet shouting at each other, that's probably a better way to put it.
Spirited.
Thank you.
I just got there a little bit too slowly.
So here's my thing with what Nate had to say about Arch. And like right? Nate's one of our good friends. We have Nate on every year to do draft coverage, and we will again. It feels to me, and Nate would know better as a former quarterback, which I am not, it feels to me like Arch has kind of goofy mechanics. Like he's kind of shot putting. He's kind of shot putting a little bit.
That's the sort of thing now.
Not like this, though.
No.
The thing is guys who can change arm angle. He is not changing arm angle. He just has a weird motion.
Shout out Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake.
There's just not much there for these offenses. Fresno. Yeah, San Joaquin Valley.
How do we say this? Mondamine, Iowa. Crystal Lake, watching in Dallas. The one in Texas. Hello. Sure. Fresno. Plain City, Ohio. Welcome, Rick.
Ohio. Tell me what's going on in Plain City. That might be an unfair name.
We got a 3rd and 8 here with about 9.5 left. Texas with the ball. Their own 37-yard line. Arch is in the gun. They got a bunch formation to the left. One guy split out to the right.
Taking a shot.
Sort of one-on-one.
They were tussling.
It looked like Ryan Wingo had his shoulder pad being held as he was running. Arch had man-to-man coverage. There was some hand fighting going on. They're going to let him play here, apparently.
I think that's too much, man. That is defensive holding.
It seemed to me as if that was defensive holding.
We got
All right,
Winnipeg.
who else we got here? We got Bristol, England.
Oh, that's I think the hometown of Stephen Merchant, creator of British Office.
Kansas City, Kansas.
Nice.
Tucson, Arizona, Dan.
Get the Caramello King.
Mondamine was correct, by the way. It's Sioux for corn. There we go.
Mondamon.
Winnipeg. Hello, J Rockstar. Madrid. Here we go, Dan. You ever been in Madrid?
I've never been, and I'd love to.
Plain City. Very plain, as flat as a pancake, with a bunch of cornfields. Okay, so then it's very thematic in name.
I think you and I should go on a world tour.
A world tour?
I think we should do it. I think we should just get a few weeks, set them aside, and just you and I, we'll get Ryanair or something as a sponsor. Let's just go. Let's go to Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Let's go to Stad. Let's go to Bangkok.
Yeah.
Let's go to Osaka. Let's go to Brisbane. Let's get it going. Let's go to Denver.
Brisbane, Denver. Okay.
No, I just said that. Joel's in Denver.
Okay.
I think we should just do it, Ty. Lithuania.
Counterpoint, wives. Well, with the counterpoint, in your case, kids. In my case, dogs.
First of all, your dogs are mountain dogs. They'll be fine. They can hunt.
I don't think they can.
Listen, they get hungry enough. They'll hunt. Leave a bunch of food out.
They would eat it all right away, and then they wouldn't have any left for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's why dogs hibernate.
I don't think dogs hibernate.
Don't ask too many questions. Okay. We got a lot of people watching all over. Let's go to Kingston. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yep.
Off-season, round the world, solid verbal cruise. Just port to port to port. Let's go to Oman. They got a big port there.
There are ports all over, Dan.
There are ports all over. You can quote Ty on that.
Oh, we got another one here.
Ban them.
See ya. You're in jail. Solid verbal takes on the Caribbean. There we go. Why not? Montego Bay. All right.
Also Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Never
My
done
honeymoon was in Jamaica.
Nice. What'd you do during your honeymoon?
We were at a Sandals that has since changed its name to something else in the southern part of Jamaica.
So an adults only resort.
I don't know.
Is that what Sandals is?
I don't think so.
Sandals, adults only. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. All-inclusive couples resorts and romantic vacations.
There you go.
Okay, so it's a couples only resort. I don't think it's a swingers resort.
I'm pretty sure it's not because I was there.
But no, hold on. But I think swingers are like, let's go there. I think it's not of that world, but I think the world absorbs it and appreciates it.
DFC here. You put it up too.
Oh, yeah,
100% adults only. Look at that face of guilt.
I knows where he went.
Yeah. All right, Texas A&M got the ball back. A nice run.
Yep. They need
to start things off.
Yep.
From Ruben Owen, a rush to the right for a 5-yard gainer. That gets him up to the Texas A&M 20-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up with about 8:45 left on the game clock, Dan. It just hit 8:45 for me now. Mom H texted me to say that she is...
She watching? Does she know about
watching
Sandals?
And that we're behind her feed, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, because she's watching on cable. All right. Time. Dump. Oh. Igranowski, that one.
All right. 8.5 left, 3rd and 5. Another third down coming up here. You can see from the drive chart on the screen right now, we had 6 plays, 5 plays. Texas went 3 and out after getting 2 yards over the span of 61 seconds on their last possession. And now Texas A&M on the verge of going 3 and out themselves just to match and hold serve.
All right, we got 3rd and manageable, though. Come on, A&M. Do something interesting. I like Marcel Reed's shoes. I like that neon yellow. Makes him look like an NBA Jam character. Hitting that turbo. Ooh, and dropped.
So Marcel Reed threw it kind of across his body to Ashton Bethel Roman, who kind of had it. He almost had it, a bit of a diving catch, had it in his hands, slams his hands down on the turf, felt like he could have had it, would have gotten a first down, but it's now going to be 3 and out on the A&M side. Off to a bit of an uninspiring offensive start here for both of these teams.
I mean, I understand this. If it hits you in the hands, it'd be nice to catch it if you're on this level.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the best throw, but
Niblet? It is Niblet.
You're a wide receiver, right? You got to make that catch.
Got a flag on the play. Got a block on the block on the block.
So we had a punt. Longhorn Nation, there he is. Hello.
Yep.
We had a punt to Ryan Niblet. They're calling a block in the back.
There you go.
On Texas. That's going to back them up 10 yards. They're going to have the ball
pretty deep in their own character.
Pretty deep in their own territory at this point, yeah. So we are just trading punts right now. If you are just joining us again, let us know what you had for Thanksgiving, the best dish you had, the worst dish you had, hometowns, all that sort of stuff.
Any Wednesday night hookups?
Yeah, man.
High school people that not current high school people, but people you went to high school with. You're like, I haven't seen Jen in 30 years, and it got weird.
What's your stance on? I mean, I know your general stance on going out to the bars, but
stay home, do something quiet. That's my stance.
I was going to say,
nice throw. Jack
Thanksgiving
Entries.
Eve. Did anybody watching go out on Thanksgiving Eve?
Not in my house that I know of.
Will stopping by. Good evening, Verballers. Setting up Christmas decorations. Okay.
Elite Virginia fan. Elite
Big time.
Wahoo.
Will's been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
Roots for Virginia. Gives us Minnesota updates.
Met him in Minneapolis.
Yep.
At the brewery.
That's right.
It is funny when we meet listeners, because we've had a show for a long time now, where I look at it if I were to meet somebody that we've interacted with many times over the years, I would almost become starstruck. I would almost.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's pretty cool. Right, not too much there, but Texas trying to set up 3rd and something.
So it's coming up on about 3rd and 9 from the Texas 39-yard line. We are on the verge of going 3 and out yet again. That would be the 3rd straight drive.
By the way,
school goes 3 and out.
I want to float something your way, and I kind of understand why it's on Friday night, not Thursday night. I would kind of love for the Egg Bowl in this game to, here we go, deep shot. It's just thrown into double coverage. It's a great play by A&M. I would love for the Egg Bowl and this rivalry to alternate years on Thursday night. I know there's now an NFL game Thursday nights, and there has been for a while, but there does feel like there's something missing without a huge. I know we had Memphis Navy. Navy took it last night, by the way.
They did 28-17. They look good.
It would be cool to have this level game Thursday night after you eat, get like a big SEC game. I think that'd be great. Yeah,
I can't really debate you on that one.
I'm sure there are reasons. Maybe it's just the NFL thing. It's a good punt. There we go. Not bad starting field position once again.
So we had another punt. A&M's going to start with the ball on their own 12, 13-yard line.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a listener that you would be most starstruck to meet? Mine is the CANES guy who used to. I don't know who that is, but
I wonder how that man's doing.
I do too. It's probably been an up and down year. By the way, last night drove past. Just speaking of sandals, have you ever heard of Sybaris?
Sybaris? No.
Sybaris.
No.
It's a romance-focused hotel chain that I think they have a lot of this actually in PA and like the Poconos. It's like one of those like in-room jacuzzi hotels.
Okay, within like the shape of a wine glass type
Something like that. I don't know if it's
Okay.
above ground or built in, like in a heart shape.
Right.
But it's called like Sybaris Pool Suites or something like that in the middle of the suburbs. And I turned to Jody with an eye in the front seat and I said, "Is that what I think?" She said, "Yeah." I was like, "Do people just go there?" She goes, "Yeah." In the pool? Yeah.
Okay.
And so I learned a new thing yesterday. I'd never heard of it.
There you go.
But it's apparently a chain.
Okay, what do we got here? Didn't the Territorial Cup, which is going to kick off in about an hour, get lost for over 80 years? Yes, and then beat U of A. Said it did indeed. They found it in a church basement.
Yes.
That is 100% true. I believe they started the rivalry in 1889. The trophy was lost in a church basement for over 80 years. They found it in the basement, in the church, in Tempe. They now have it, but they do not give it out as the official trophy because the original one is a little bit brittle. So they made a replica. That's the one that they give out, but locked away somewhere safe is the actual Territorial Cup. It is my favorite rivalry story because a lot of these rivalry games have just weird trophies that have weird origin stories and, like all of the traditions. And Dan, you're probably sick of hearing me say this.
Yeah.
But all of the best traditions got started by accident.
Correct.
Somebody had an idea or whatever, and it just caught on for God knows why. Territorial Cup definitely is part of that standard. So what else do we got here? All right. Green Creek,
Idaho.
Idaho, Dan.
Okay, Winona Farms.
Bama fan here tuning in for the Aggies game because they are on my slip. Okay. Very good. Good luck to you. We got here Purdue getting slow cooked by Indiana. Let me pull up this scoreboard here and see what we got going on. Right now, 7-0 in favor of Indiana with about 7.5 left in the first quarter. Looks like Purdue's got the ball, though. Maybe going in the right direction. So we'll keep tabs on that one.
Do you know how many people live in Green Creek, Idaho, by the way?
I definitely do not.
According to the uslakes.info site, 211. It's like two football teams live there. That's it. It's great.
Andy says a YouTuber went to one of those Pocono places unironically last summer. Enjoyed it.
Okay.
There we go.
Hear it. Good rec.
Dan, you posted the link. Okay.
Not
a sponsor could be. Not a sponsor could be. Texas A&M's got the ball.
Everywhere. Okay.
A&M with the ball on their own 13-yard line. First play up the middle is about a 5-yard run. We'll see if somebody can get a damn first down. It's been a minute here. More than a couple minutes since we saw a first down. That was Reuben Owens up the middle for a short gainer, about 4 yards. Going to be 2nd and 6 upcoming here. Texas A&M on their own 17-yard line. All right.
It's a nice snag and run. KC.
All right. So Marcel Reed put a little extra mustard on kind of like a snag concept or something for KC Concepcion, who made a cut to the outside, ran down the sideline, and got a bunch of yards. It was a good throw from Marcel Reed, who really had to pipe it in there to avoid an interception. And a good play by Concepcion, sort of using his body to shield the defender and prevent against the interception. That was a nice reception.
Speaking of piping it in there, thanks to Sybaris, our sponsor. They've come through already.
Oh, we got another troll. I think, are those snoods? Do I see little green snoods in there?
I haven't played Snood in forever, but that's what it looks like.
All right. Well, we bid him fond adieu. Ryan wants to know what website this is. Ryan, I'm going to tell you this. I appreciate your Penn State fandom. We are Penn State. I built this, and I'm very proud of it.
Or is he referring to Sybaris.com?
Sybaris.com. I did not build that. I've never been. But, Dan, if you would have continued doing the research on Sybaris.
Oh, man. That's a nice scramble.
Marcel Reed with a scramble.
I always think about the neon shoes with NBA Jam whenever I see it. I want to say, what's his name? The Utah running back has hot pink shoes.
Okay. They were talking about that today, I believe.
Yeah, and that I think his niece was able to recognize when he was on the field.
That's cool. That's cool. That is a 20-yard rush by Marcel Reed up to the Texas 46-yard line. So they've got the ball in plus territory now as they are driving. This is the first real drive of substance we have seen this entire game.
Yes. A lot of time. Make decisions.
Another scramble for Marcel Reed.
Good open field tackling from Texas. There was Wayshawn Parker for Utah.
Okay,
with the hot
that's
pink
right.
shoes. Not to be confused with Sean Parker, co-creator of Facebook and what's cooler than $1 million, $1 billion fame.
Yeah. Lose the.
Lose the.
All right, so 2 consecutive plays now where we saw a nice little scramble from Marcel Reed. Obviously, the one 2 plays ago went for a lot more. That one went up the middle for about 6 yards to get him down to the Texas 40-yard line.
Yep.
It's going to be second and short here. There's a Texas cornerback down on the field pointing at his ankle. Looks like we've got an injury timeout here, Dan.
And I mean, that's, some of the, not that Anthony Hill would be the only spy, but, it's one of those things when you have somebody as talented as Anthony Hill out, then it's next man up, and next man up is not necessarily going to be as good as Anthony Hill. And so there could be lanes tonight. I mean, there's always going to be lanes with Marcel Reed, but more pronounced lanes.
There are 2 comments that I want to flash up on the screen here, Dan. Just bring these to your attention. Beat U of A has Snood Mobile, and it's great.
Yep.
Speaking of Snood, not a sponsor, definitely could be.
Of course.
Big Snoodaholic back in the day. And Sparkle Motion says, truly a battle of 2 elite defenses tonight that only gave up 37-plus points to Arkansas.
Well, first of all, that's an elite offense in Arkansas.
Sure it is.
They put it on everybody.
Except Notre Dame.
But they put it on, Ole Miss as well, right?
They did.
Do you think Lane Kiffin takes the UConn job?
Why Did you see that Jim Mora took the Colorado State job?
That's why I said it, yeah. I didn't realize he's as old as he is.
How old is he?
65?
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't look 65. He looks good.
He looks good. Wide open. Ooh. 64 years old, born in 1961. So maybe about to be 65. Yeah.
All right. So let's see what we get on this play. It was a nice throw. Another one of these deals where Marcel Reed throws it at 97.5 miles per hour. A little bit high, but Craver reels it in. There was a flag on the defender who picked him up and body slammed him. Yeah. So they call a foul on that. That's going to be unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
A 15-yarder. That's going to give Texas A&M even better field position down to the Texas 13-yard line, first down. This is a nice drive for A&M. Right now it's 74 yards. I need 13 more to get in to make it 7-zip. Marcel Reed with it on the right hash. We get a false start on Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Who do we think are going to end up with these coaching jobs, Dan? You got a bet?
What
do you think Lane's going to do?
I think Lane's going to go. I think he's going to go to LSU.
Yeah.
I just don't see the point of dragging this out. I mean, I understand, it might be his personality to sort of explore all opportunities. And I mean, he's deferred nicely, but if he's staying and he's saying it's not about money, then what are we doing here? We're either lying about it not being about money, because this would be a move that somebody would do that looking for leverage. Good play, Colin Simmons. I think he views LSU as a bright, shiny-er job than Ole Miss. And whereas I don't think he's like a recruiter in the traditional sense anymore with how active Ole Miss has been in the portal.
Right.
I think if you were to couple the best of how you can recruit in LSU locally with the portal, which obviously Brian Kelly, nice tackle, shoelace tackle there, which Brian Kelly tried to do, but wasn't able to successfully turn that into development and results. There's obviously a reason why 3 recent coaches have won a national championship in Baton Rouge.
All right, so listen, we have a bit of a development here in this game. Marcel Reed is down.
Yes.
For Texas A&M.
Twisted ankle on that tackle, something like that?
Yeah, he's got his helmet off, and he looks like he's in a fair amount of pain. He kind of went straight down and laid there for a few seconds, and then turned around on his back. He is now kind of writhing in pain as he's laying on his back. They're showing the replay here.
Taking some deep breaths. That's rough.
And that could be an ankle or a knee. Watch his knee here, Dan.
Does it buckle a little bit? Oh, it's non-contact.
I'm not sure that's not a knee. See that? Or an ankle. I mean, it's one or the other.
It's a lower body injury. You hate non-contacts, especially.
Man, he's been having such a good year, too. I mean,
I think that's an ankle roll, which doesn't mean I don't think there was a plant and give out as much as his ankle just rolled.
I mean, he tried to put a foot in the ground, right? He tried to put a foot in the ground and cut it upfield. And so it's hard to tell if that knee buckle that we saw, because he's wearing the bike shorts.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell if that's from the impact of planting the foot or due to some sort of injury that occurred. But he's got his helmet off. He's sitting up now. It looks like he is holding his knee, but he is leaving the field on his own power.
He's able to put weight on it with a limp.
Okay.
A little jog. Okay, so their backup is Miles O'Neill, a redshirt freshman. There's Jacob Zeno's on the roster. I don't know.
Holy shit. Still?
Yes, but I don't think he's thrown a pass this year.
As a player?
Yes.
Okay.
Their backup quarterback, Miles O'Neill, a redshirt freshman, 4 of 7 for 101 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 57%.
Okay.
And so has not thrown a consequential pass this year. There he is, number 16.
This is going to be a halfback draw and a field goal attempt is what this is going to be.
Fine. Great.
They want points. They're going to take them on the road. They're not going to do anything stupid to jeopardize it here. Maybe a halfback screen. Give yourself a little bit of a chance to get a guy in space. Maybe a wide receiver screen. It's got to be something high percentage here.
Oh, we got some.
Don't like that play at all.
Lost of a yard. But
so they lose a yard. They try like a buck sweep or something along the right-hand side of Reuben Owens. Stop for a 1-yard loss. Clock is counting down towards about 2 minutes here in the first quarter. It looks like A&M's going to try for a field goal. Meanwhile, they cut to Marcel Reed, who is on the sidelines sort of jumping around. Looks like he wants to go back in there, but it's clear that he's not ready at this point.
Right. Certainly not on 4th and 15. So the kick from the right hash is up and blocked. No good. Big stand for Texas, all things considered there. With
wow. Well, it could be doubly big if Marcel Reed is out for any extended period of time in this game. Not that anybody wants to hurt Marcel Reed, and Texas didn't even hit him and hurt him. It was a non-contact thing just from planting his foot. But if, in fact, Texas ends up this drive here with was it a block field goal or just a low laser? Or maybe, no, the guy just burst through.
Yeah, no, he got a big old paw on it. Yeah.
All right, so if you block a kick and if your opponent loses their quarterback, just in terms of your ability to win the game, that helps. Nobody's rooting for injuries. But
yeah,
this was perhaps the most consequential drive of the game here, and we're just, 13 minutes into this game.
So we've got Doc Scott weighing in. Don't know if the doc is in there because this person is a doctor.
Okay, so hold on. What is that avatar? Suit. Is that a sumo suit?
I think it's him in a sumo, an inflatable sumo suit.
I like it, Doc. We need an explanation for that, but please continue.
When you get a job at the Mayo Clinic, that's like the traditional.
Oh, that's like the hazing ritual? Yeah. Okay.
He's trotting, so not a tib or fib break, which sounds right to me. Yeah. I don't know.
That would be good.
Miles O'Neill, not a huge offer list, by the way. Good size, 6'5", 220, class of 2024. Good head of hair. Looks like he was down between Texas A&M, Virginia, Boston College. Obviously, Texas A&M has quite a bit of quarterback attrition around Marcel Reed in recent years, highlighted by two really good quarterbacks from this season in Connor Wigman and Haynes King.
All right, so Texas has the ball here, their own 20-yard line. They have not done anything thus far on offense, as you can see from the drive chart. 10 yards, 2 yards, 12 yards, and now this is their fourth drive of the game. Arch Manning with a throw out of bounds as he sort of does a little bit of a rollout to the right.
Well, I like that they rolled him out a little bit. It's weird, though, that we're in game 12, and you're just like, how do we make this easy for him?
Yeah. I'm kind of desperate to talk to Nate to get his input on Arch and why he is so high on him with respect to the NFL draft.
I read what he had to say. It makes sense from a very specific perspective. It's a good throw, good improvised throw, but a little low and dropped.
So the pocket fully collapsed on Arch Manning, which has been a recurring theme this year. He bought himself enough time by stepping up and had a very low throw to Parker Livingstone. He was open, but Arch Manning was just under pressure and couldn't make a great throw. We've got another bot here. Say hello to goodbye.
All right, he's got scramble. He's got room. There's a first down. There you go.
That's a first down. Arch Manning, a scramble up the middle for about 12 yards. I think we're going to see more of that, to be honest.
It'd be smart.
I think we're going to see more of that because Arch is pretty fleet of foot,
Mm-hmm.
This is a good point here from Gavin. He says if Arch had the same amount of time that Reed has, he would be 11-0 too. I don't know about 11-0, but I can tell you this. I have looked at the numbers each and every week on Arch Manning and the pressure stats, and he is one of the most pressured quarterbacks in all of FBS.
Yes.
And that's definitely worked against him. So, for sure, if he had a little bit more time, it would probably be a different story on offense.
I mean, he just threw a screen too high and kind of behind the receiver for no reason there. Right? I think he's just a little bit off, and it's changing the success rate of these plays. That has nothing to do with the line.
But let's put it this way. He has improved. He has improved throughout the course of the year, especially since he had the injury. It seems to me like he's been playing with a lot more confidence. He's a lot freer out there. They've been letting him do a little bit more. It just seems like he's doing a better job running the offense. Reports seem to indicate that he's coming back next season, which would probably serve him well.
Yeah.
But if anything, it shows that he can improve on this level. And, despite some of the early commentary that he was a bust right out of the gate, I don't know if we can quite go to that extreme yet.
Well, I mean, it's relative to expectations and recent quarterback performance at Texas, and he has been below that line to me.
So for those of you watching on YouTube, we're going to do something here to help us pay the bills and run a quick commercial. For those watching on the Everything app, I don't think it will apply to you. So Dan and I are going to keep talking here about coaching searches. All right. So let's put it this way. If, in fact, we do have Lane Kiffin. Oh, we got another bot here. Excuse me. Goodbye. If, in fact, we do have Lane Kiffin going to LSU, then that opens up the door for Ole Miss. That leaves Florida open. Talk through the Dan Rubenstein dominoes if you're just spitballing here. Lane goes to LSU. Who ends up at Florida?
Summerall.
Who ends up at Ole Miss?
Golesh.
Oh. Okay.
Who ends up at USF? Mora Jr.
There is another. Who goes to Arkansas?
Silverfield? It's not the way the way that Memphis played, it almost felt like they knew he was itching to get out. I don't know.
Yeah. I need to go through and look at our coaching carousel game to see if anybody had Tavita Pritchard as the
at Sanford.
I
think he was in that conversation because he's been at for the Commanders. He's been the QB coach.
I believe so. Yeah.
So he's had a big job in the NFL, or a decent enough job in the NFL. Who else is there for Arkansas? Clark Lee and obviously Eli Drinkwitz signed new deals. Bryles.
All right, let's see. Does anybody have Tavita Pritchard?
Oh, you're checking on that?
Yeah.
Kane Womack has been in that conversation.
I don't believe anybody had Tavita Pritchard.
Okay.
We had hundreds of entries. Nobody had that.
Jimbo? So, you want to go Jimbo at Arkansas?
You know, I don't hate that idea, actually.
Pay him nothing?
I kind of don't hate that idea.
Put all the money into the roster?
Yeah. I kind of don't hate that. Who goes to UCLA? The word is Bobby Ches, right?
Word is Bob Chesney, at least decently deep into that conversation, with Sean Lewis also in that conversation. Came up just short against New Mexico today.
Yeah.
Booger McFarland says it would be a travesty if Lane decides to leave for LSU and Ole Miss doesn't allow Kiffin to coach in the playoff. I'm kind of entertained by Booger McFarland. That's one of the silliest, dumbest things I've ever seen.
Why?
To take a job at a conference rival and coach out the playoff? So your current school, who you've led to all-time recent success, matches or even surpasses what a different school is offering you. You turn them down after leading them to unmatched glory, but you get to stick around for 6 weeks, potentially?
Yeah, I mean, the calendar...
Either you're in or you're out, man.
The calendar is not great. It is not a great place.
Just, I understand the the push and pull for current candidates, given that they're still coaching. It just, if you want to be here, stay here. If you want to leave, leave.
All right,
I don't think you get it both ways.
Texas has the ball right now, 2nd and 3.
And immediately through, but a good run.
A very nice run by Trey Wisner for 8 yards. That gets them a first down here as we get to 13:50 on my clock at the start of the second quarter. That was a busted play, and Trey Wisner just put a nice little move on a Texas A&M defender who broke through the line and seemingly had him stopped in the backfield. But it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Texas. The 40-yard line.
It's a beautiful ball. Oh, nice play. Was that Ricks again? No, Lee.
It was Will Lee Will Lee had the borderline pass interference call before on DeAndre Moore. This was another one of those same routes. They went after him again. It looks as though they had Mosley if the ball would have been thrown a little bit more out in front of him. Trey Weiser, really nice run down the right sideline. And that's going to get Texas deeper inside of Texas A&M territory here. Another first down. Texas starting to move the ball a little bit on this drive. And what they're showing on the replay, just sort of like a wide zone style run. Got a good sealer block on the edge and made a really nice turn up the field. That's a bad throw.
Yeah, it's just,
that's a really bad throw.
There's a place to hit your tight end.
Yeah.
That's not it.
That was Arch isn't getting the number one pick with a throw like that, but
all right, we got 2nd and 10. Give yourself 3rd and manageable, Texas. Yeah, that's more manageable.
So, I was going to say the jobs we still have open.
Yes.
Arkansas, Auburn, Cal, Florida, LSU, obviously, Penn State, and UCLA. There will probably be others that come open on Sunday, either by a result of guys leaving one place to go to another or some schools that maybe decide to pull the trigger, that maybe have been lying in wait.
Dan Lanning did that with Georgia when he accepted the coaching job for Oregon. Dan Lanning was not the head coach. Dan Lanning was not running that Georgia program. I think that's different. Nice play for A&M. Batted
At
down.
halftime, we're going to go up. We're going to make an old-fashioned for ourselves, I think.
Oh, man. Really?
Yeah.
Should I grab a beer?
Do whatever you want, man. It's a free country.
Okay.
Whatever you're into. I got a friend of mine got me a bottle of this Buffalo Trace bourbon.
Are you a bourbon guy?
No, but I do enjoy a good old fashioned every now and again.
Okay.
One of
you got some bitters on hand?
I do. One of our verballers sent in some Dancing Goat bourbon, which was lovely, and I appreciated it very much.
It's up and it's good.
As a 41-yard field goal just inside the right upright for the Texas Longhorns. They take a 3-0 lead, 12:04 into the second quarter.
Right.
So yeah, I've dabbled with different kinds of bourbon.
Why don't you
Craig.
run down the street and see if anybody has a gummy? Get real loose.
I'll see what I can do. Yeah.
Ground out some gummies. You got neighbors.
But so apparently the thing is with this Buffalo Trace, and again, I'm not, if people who are in the chat know anything about this, please educate me. Apparently it got real popular, but it did not have the ability to like scale up its business. And so they're constantly in short supply.
Okay.
And a friend of mine was at the wine store a couple weeks ago, and the guy who was working the register told him about this stuff. He's like, yo, dude, kind of talked in hush, revered tones about it. Yo, do you want some? Do you want some? And my friend was like, what the hell is that? I've never heard of it before. And he's like, no, it's in short supply. It's this. So he bought me a bottle. I didn't ask for it. He bought me a bottle.
Nice.
I got it. Yesterday when we were having festivities over here, I made some drinks with it. We liked it. And I'm gonna slowly but surely work my way through it over the next year, maybe. And we'll start by doing an old fashioned here in the second half, just to keep things festive.
I'm learning about the shortage right now at the distillery.
Sparkle Motion says the most overrated bourbon in the history of the world. Okay, hey, I'm new in this world. Tell me which you prefer. I've used Elijah Craig. I could bring down the bottle that I also have kind of in reserve.
Yeah.
That was also gifted to me. I could show you guys on camera. Not a sponsor, could be, but.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't realize this, but bourbon is actually, some people prefer rock, some people prefer neat. Mountain Dew and bourbon is the actual gentleman's way.
Oh, is that true?
No. Is that true?
I don't know.
Baja Blast, technically.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I am eagerly awaiting news on this Penn State coaching search.
What is Ty Hildenbrand insider feeling?
Ty Hillenbrand insider.
Comma insider.
I don't know what I'm feeling. I've been hearing some very interesting stuff. I think the steam on DeBoer is real.
Okay. Doesn't mean he's going.
No, it doesn't mean he's going. And like, this is also complicated at least a little bit by the fact that all these guys have the same agents, right? Same like grouping of agents. So they all know each other and everybody knows what's coming open and they're all leveraging one another. So there's a whole game within the game that most of us are never going to be privy to.
Right.
But it sounds like there may have been outreach from the DeBoer camp to at least inquire about Penn State. Don't know why. Don't know if there's any validity to that. If there's any kind of leverage play going on. I mean, he just got to Arizona. He just got to Alabama. He may not make the playoff this year, depending on how things go. So I don't know how much leverage Kalen DeBoer has at this point, but I think to some extent that is for real. I've heard a lot about mystery candidates.
Okay, including
I believe the mystery candidate is Josh Heupel from Tennessee.
Whoa, interesting. Okay.
I don't know if there is actual interest in him leaving Tennessee or if that is also a leverage play.
He signed a 1-year extension in August of 25, which I think is pretty standard. So now his contract runs through 2030. Let's see what his buyout is at the moment, according to Google. $37.5 million fired without cause. That's what Tennessee would owe him. I don't know what he would owe Tennessee. $8 million before December 15th.
So the good news is Marcel Reed is back in there now.
Good job.
And leads things off with a 11-yard pass. Looks like he's walking a little gingerly, but
he doesn't have meaty ankles. That's my analysis right now to withstand trauma. Medical insight.
A&M down 3-zip, 11.5 left in the first half. Again, Marcel Reed back in there, which is very good news. Ruben Owens with the 4 or 5 yard run, first down.
Just ahead of the sticks.
Got some suggestions coming in here. Old Overholt Rye, the best bang for your buck for old fashions in my experience. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
Got Elijah Craig Private Bear. I've had Elijah Craig, Bob. I do like Elijah Craig. Woodford Reserve, my go-to for old fashions.
I've had Four Roses.
Victor's 10-year, hard to beat. I'm going to bring, when I come down after halftime, I'll bring down the other bottle. Apparently it's like a local distillery that makes it that was gifted to me. The bottle has a cool owl on it, so, I'm a sucker for a good label.
Somebody left a bottle of Bullet here.
Yeah.
The dad's party.
Yep.
I've got some tequila here, a good tequila bottle. I don't really drink, though.
That's okay. What is your go-to mixed drink if you have to order one?
Love a mule.
Okay.
Brown liquor and my sleep patterns do not agree.
That's okay. It's okay, Dan.
I like it. I like brown liquor.
It's really okay.
Love a rye. Love a bourbon.
Nice my gosh. So Ruben Owens, a really nice run.
Turf
had nothing but grass in front of him. Just couldn't keep his feet. But that is going to be a nice first down run to get Texas A&M into plus territory and keep this drive going. That was a 10-yard rush from Ruben Owens.
Shot. Oh, tangled. We got a flag. Let's see if it was incidental or not.
So it was KC Concepcion down the left sideline. Marcel Reed taking a shot.
The side judge didn't throw it. That came from the middle.
It was Malik Muhammad and KC who got tangled. And now Concepcion's coming out of the game here. If only for a minute. Have yet to see a replay.
Here we
Here
go.
it comes. A little stutter step. Oh, that was definitely interference.
Yeah, he sort of threw his shoulder into him, it looked like.
Yeah,
Or at
that
least
was-
just stopped in his way
Yeah.
with the intent of disrupting.
Yeah. So we got Texas A&M with the ball on the 30-yard line right now. I've got 9:30, exactly 9:30 on my game clock. Well, Marcel Reed must be okay because he just ran
sprint left.
Quarterback run left for a 10 or 11, 12-yard gain for a first down. They're officially now in the red zone, Dan, at the Texas 17-yard line. Let's see what they can do.
You know, one of the big reasons, the main reason I'm happy to have Marcel Reed back on the field is I like watching Marcel Reed. Happy that Texas A&M is at full strength. The other reason is if he did suffer an ankle injury, that we would have to go through, not to the same degree, but the Jordan Travis discourse with where to rank A&M if Marcel Reed is like out for the year or something. Hope he's obviously looking a lot better than it looked initially. Glad we avoided that discourse for now.
Have you been enjoying the online discourse about the playoff rankings?
I've tried to participate as little as possible.
Yeah.
Nice
Our guy Ari's really going for it.
I saw his Miami piece.
Ari's been planted a flag. I give him credit. He speaks with his chest.
Yeah.
Whether you agree or not, Ari always plants a flag.
He said it was a travesty that Miami's ranked behind Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I disagree with that take, but I don't think it's an illogical take. I don't think it's a silly take. It is just not where I fall in the discourse.
I don't think it's a silly take. I understand the argument.
Yeah.
You know, I think the strong words are what tend to get people going more than the take itself. You know,
sure.
When you call it a travesty, that's going to evoke a different kind of emotion than just saying, yeah, I don't really like the logic in putting Miami behind him, but.
Well, he didn't go full tragedy, which is my big bar when it's the combo tragedy and tragedy.
Yeah, sure. But I understand the logic. I obviously get the point, you know.
Yeah, you play head to head. You both have 2 losses.
I understand it. I do. I am horribly biased in the conversation. I can't speak about it with any credibility. But we got a 3rd and 12 here upcoming now for Texas A&M. 7-1-1 left on the clock. Marcel Reed drops back. Pass across. He is going to be stopped short, about 4 or 5 yards short of the line to gain. It looks like another Texas A&M injury. Bethel Roman is down. Looks like he's holding an ankle or a shin. All right, so a Texas A&M receiver is down. Bethel Roman at present. It looks like he's in a fair amount of pain. When they return from commercial break, it's going to be about a 33-yard field goal attempt for Texas A&M to knock this one at 3 apiece here with about 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Kevin says, early season head-to-head is extremely important. That's why I have FSU over Bama.
Yeah, of course, have to. No. And to be fair to Ari, he did say he thinks Notre Dame is better than Miami.
He did. But it's more of a principle thing. I understand here. Badger says if games actually matter, Miami should be ahead. I listen, I get the logic. I do.
Yeah.
I get
I've been pretty consistent in throwing out week 1 by the time we get to week 14. In terms of like, comparable importance to October, November results.
I am clouded though by my own fandom.
Yeah.
And I think on the surface, the argument that Miami should be ranked ahead of Notre Dame because they have the same record because they played head to head, and Miami won. On the surface, I think that is a very logical argument. It is where you start to lose me when I see some of the additional points that people try to make.
Right.
And frankly, it's been a lot of Miami writers that have been making it. And again, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm not going to use names, but I have seen plenty of people like, well, look, I mean, nobody's been able to stop Jeremiah Love, and they contain Jeremiah Love. They didn't use Jeremiah Love in that first game. All right. That was the talking point in the Notre Dame universe. They didn't even use Jeremiah Love. It was a very bizarre game plan. I don't think they knew what they had in CJ Carr. You may recall they weren't even sure they wanted to go with CJ Carr when they made him the starter.
I mean,
right.
Jeremiah Love was the leading running back carrier for Notre Dame.
I know, but they did not use Jeremiah Love nearly to the extent that they've used him the rest of the season. He was effectively out of that game plan for most of the second half. And it was a real head scratcher for people who follow Notre Dame very closely because, he's arguably the best player on Notre Dame's offense, maybe on the entire field at that point in the game, but they didn't use him. And it's not taking anything away from Miami's defense, but I'm just telling you, it was a weird game plan. I think if they play again, the game probably looks a lot different. I kind of hope they play again. I think that would be poetic justice with all the conversation going on right now. But it's going to take a little bit of help from Miami, unless they beat Pitt. If they get a boost, the other thing that I guess we can't really account for is Miami beating Pitt by a healthy margin.
Definitely.
Getting a boost off of that. Maybe jumping Notre Dame. Maybe jumping Alabama. Could Alabama get bumped out? Right now, Bama's right on the on the precipice of somebody jumps everybody. They would be the ones that are the first left out. And BYU's kind of in no man's land. BYU's got to win a conference, I think, at this point, unless they need a bunch of chaos before in front of them.
Field
goal's up and good. It's a 31-yarder, excuse me. Make it 3-3. 6:41 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think the games have to matter, which is why you got to beat Louisville or SMU, right?
I understand that.
You got to win the games.
I understand this point on the screen from Pumpkin Durr. Let me know your stance on pumpkin pie. Most important conversation we can have here is not Notre Dame, Miami. It's the pumpkin pie and pumpkin beer by extension. Okay.
This is pumpkin eater, by the way. No, I'm just fucking with you.
You got to stop this, man.
It's a picture of a pumpkin.
You got to stop this.
It's obviously not pumpkin eater.
Anyway, he's saying Notre Dame doesn't know how to use its best players, shouldn't benefit them in a debate. Listen, I'm not saying it should benefit them in a debate. What I'm saying is the point that is being made by plenty of Miami writers out there with, look how good Miami's defense was. They stopped Jeremiah Love. That is not a good faith argument because they didn't use Jeremiah Love. But I understand the point here, and I don't think you're wrong about.
No, I think if you're a Notre Dame fan, you're like, it was a 3-point game in August. It's not like there was anything emphatic about what Miami did. We should use it as a data point that it's a very good win in retrospect. But if you use the totality of their seasons and what Notre Dame has done against their schedule versus what Miami has done against their schedule, it's my opinion that you weigh week 1 less than you weigh what's going on in November, both ways. And
we have an update, a very important update.
Oh, please.
Pumpkin plus my last name.
Eater.
Loves all things pumpkin. Thank you. I'm not ready to go full Mel Kiper. Okay.
Yeah.
But
every morning, pumpkin pie and Diet Coke.
I'm not into Diet Coke.
Yeah.
But pumpkin pie, man. He eats one pumpkin pie a day.
I thought it was slice.
Is it a slice? Either way.
Oh.
He eats some pumpkin pie every single day. I could try that just to see what it does for me.
By the way, this is just like a bad, easy pass. I guess he had a guy in his face.
So it was sort of like a quick wide receiver screen out to Ryan Wingo. Arch Manning threw behind him.
Yeah.
Now we have 2nd and 10.
Nice.
Run up the middle. CJ Baxter about 4 yards or so. We're going to have 3rd and 6 upcoming with about maybe a
this
shade
is the analysis.
under 6.
This is the analysis I appreciate. I'm surprised we didn't come up with something so stupid.
I'm going to put this graphic up here, and I mean this lovingly. I do. Yeah. I'm just dying to use it for funny posts or trolling posts or whatever. I made this last week. I'm very proud of this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
All right. Yay! Collapsing pocket. Arch Manning rolls out to his right. Makes a nice throw, which looked like a first down, but we got a flag down.
Oh. Well.
And we're going to get holding against the Texas offensive line. It's going to back them up. It's going to be 3rd and 16 from their own 29-yard line. Damn. Third and 16, 5:45 on my clock, Dan, and counting.
Same.
We got ourselves a shootout here in the great state of Texas. 3-3, 5.5 left.
Baseball game broke out. Oh,
man, Arch is under duress every single drop back. Every single drop back, Dan.
Yep. Who built this off? Oh, it's the Texas coaches. Offensive line.
Every single drop back. He is sort of shuffling his feet and trying to get around. Oh my God.
But I mean, especially look, if they're committing penalties and going for 3rd and super long, the playbook shrinks. A&M's not as scared. You know, on 3rd and 4s, you should be running the ball sometimes.
Yep. We got a Texas punt.
Oh, bad coverage. Texas A&M return. KC Concepcion into Texas territory. Still on it. Okay. So to about the 40. So A&M's going to have 5 minutes. Plenty of time.
Sean McDonough calls it a very entertaining return. Indeed it was. So that was KC Concepcion returning the punt. They're showing the replay.
Boom. Missed tackle. Boom. Missed tackle. That's 2.
2 missed tackles. He sort of does a half spin move.
3. And
does a nice run. And then my favorite tackle in all of football, grabbing onto the back of the guy's undershirt.
Yeah.
Turning it into a long tail, holding him up just enough so that he can either be swung around and tackled by someone else or fall down because he can't stay on his feet.
Right. So it's bad dressing from KC Concepcion. Do you know what the KC stands for? I think it stands for Kevin Concepcion.
Kevin Concepcion?
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Just like JT Tuamalo.
Yeah.
Tuamalo was Jalen Tuamalo. It's not a John Thomas situation.
Right. A&M with good starting field position, plus territory. Looked like they wanted to take a shot. He checks it down out to Ruben Owens.
His knee was down.
It's going to be about a half-yard gain. They wanted a shot there. They wanted to take a shot there.
Yep.
Yep, there his knee was down.
Yep. It was a nice play not to pull the trigger there, it seemed.
No. All right, 2nd and 9 here.
Ooh.
Well, woo!
Good run fit.
Craver was sort of a end-around jet sweep style play. Ran directly into a lineman and went boom, directly back. It's going to be 3rd and long coming up here at the Texas 40-yard line. They just showed these stats, and I could flash them up on our screen as well. These team stats are leave a little bit to be desired, Dan. Take a look at this.
2.9 yards per play for Texas. 85 total yards ahead of halftime.
Texas dials up the pressure.
Very nice play. Texas A&M. Continue.
They bring down Marcel Reed. He had no choice but to scramble up for about 3 yards. It's going to be 4th and maybe 5-ish. Right on the fringe of field goal territory with about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, and they're going to go for it on 4th and 5.
Here we go.
Here we go. Big 4th down. The first 4th down attempt of the game. 3:02 left.
Nice play. Nice pass. Nice catch. Way to hold on. Texas A&M is now almost at 6 quarters without scoring a touchdown against Texas on offense since the renewed rivalry began.
That was a nice throw from Marcel Reed. So the first 4th down conversion of this game. Texas A&M is driving right now. They're at the Texas 30-yard line.
Ooh. Nice play.
Run up the middle. I believe that was Reuben Owens. Just swallowed up right away at the line of scrimmage. Really nice tackle by Texas.
Ethan Burke.
We are at the 2-minute timeout here for those watching on the tube of views. We're going to... Where's this at? We're going to flash up a commercial real quick to help pay the bills. We did get this comment that came in a second ago here. Let me see if I can find it. Do we think that Michigan's in the playoff if they beat Ohio State? No, I don't. I think they would need to win the Big Ten. And there's a chance they beat Ohio State. They could find their way into that title game. However improbable, but on the surface, no.
Right.
Be a very good win over the number 1 team in the country, but I don't think it puts Michigan in the playoff. I don't think it gives them enough to vault some of those other teams in front of them.
If they beat Ohio State, Michigan would still need help to get into the Big Ten championship, right?
Yes.
So I think they need Washington to win.
They would definitely need Washington to win.
And they would take on Indiana.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they win the Big Ten, they're in.
Sure.
They would have the best win of the season?
They would.
Being the number 1 team the final week of the year.
So here's the
That's
setup.
That's got to launch them somewhere.
Here's the setup, okay, just in terms of the Big Ten. I can't speak to the college football playoff ranking.
Yeah.
If Michigan were to beat Ohio State and all of the other favored teams win, right, that would mean Indiana against Oregon in the Big Ten championship. So what Michigan would need to happen is basically one of 2 things. Namely, Washington beating Oregon. Washington beats Oregon. They're obviously in the national championship, Big Ten championship. If by some miracle Purdue would knock off Indiana tonight, that would also put Michigan in the conference championship game, in that case against Oregon.
Has that game started?
I believe the game started. We flashed it up earlier. I can
21-3 Indiana, 3 minutes until halftime.
Okay, so it doesn't look like Indiana's going to lose their
Although
game.
Fernando Mendoza has been garbage. 5 of 11 for 42 yards. Now, maybe he's had a bunch of drops. I have not watched a single snap. Elijah Surratt is back, though. 2 for 24 right now.
That's good. So that's the state of play, I think, for Michigan. You know, it would be an incredible win. Let's just leave it at that. In terms of playoffs, I still think they would need a lot of help to get into that game. But you know, we did talk about this on the podcast just because it's of interest, right? like with all this talk about Miami and what the Canes could do, there is a possibility somebody behind him, like Michigan, could jump him.
Oh, you alluded to this too, but to be specific, Michigan has played 1, 2, and will have played basically 3.5 good teams this year.
Right.
They lost to Oklahoma. The short completion. That's a really nice play to get near the first down marker.
Yep.
Michigan will have lost to Oklahoma. It's week 2 on the road. Lost demonstrably to USC on the road. Beaten Washington cleanly and impressively. Barely gotten by Purdue. Barely gotten by Northwestern. And then beaten Ohio State.
Right. I mean,
it's not an incredible resume, though. Weirdly enough, the win over New Mexico has become a lot more impressive. Who's playing for the Mountain West title?
Your beautiful Lobos. Yeah, Lobos.
It's not a great resume data point, but it's a resume data point.
So we got a third and a very short one. Play action pass. Beautiful throw from Marcel Reed to KC Concepcion. Really
dotted it in. Yeah.
I mean, that was a laser to fit it in. It's going to be first and goal now with a little bit over a minute for Texas A&M. We go into commercial? We just had a commercial.
Oh,
my God.
So what would Michigan finish in the Big Ten with a win over Ohio State?
Well, I mean, it depends on
third.
It depends on what else is going on. But if we just assume chalk, all right, all the favorites win with the exception that Michigan beats Ohio State. Michigan, yeah. By tiebreaker over Ohio State, they would finish third because it would be Indiana 1, they'd be 9-0 in conference. Oregon would be 8-1 in conference, but they would be above both Michigan and Ohio State based on conference opponent win percentage.
Yeah.
Which is how far we have to go down in the tiebreaker. And then Michigan would obviously get the nod over Ohio State because of head-to-head.
They would have, I guess, better losses than Vanderbilt. Definitely better losses than Miami. Better losses. Who was Utah's second loss? Texas Tech. Oh, and BYU, which are good losses, but better. Right. Oklahoma and USC likely better. I don't know. It's right around the same. I think I would take I don't know what they would be at that point. Like a 12-1 BYU, probably ahead of Michigan still. I think. I don't know. I think Michigan's got to be vaulted.
Well, here, let's pull up the...
I don't hate the I don't love the resume.
Right.
With the close wins.
I'm going to pull up the rankings. We'll see if I can see how these show up on the screen. Here, give me a second. I'll drag this into place. So this is what we're looking at. Where's my thing? You see the rankings? You can kind of see the rankings here. There they are. Okay. So there are college football playoff rankings right now.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that Michigan were to win, right? Michigan right now is all the way down at number 15. So Michigan obviously plays number 1, Ohio State. Vandy's got a game against number 19, Tennessee. So they've perhaps got a little bit of a springboard. I think the best case for Michigan, if you're hoping for Michigan to make the playoff, or if you're inventing a scenario, obviously they would need to beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
Clearly, if they get into the Big Ten title game, if they win the Big Ten, they're in anyway. Okay. So what do we got going on here? All right, Charles, you're out, my friend. Get lost. So if we've got a scenario where Michigan is knocking off Ohio State, that gives them obviously a bit of a way to catapult themselves up. I think you would almost need Miami to lose to Pitt. I think they would definitely vault over Utah. Vandy losing to Tennessee wouldn't hurt either. That would move them up maybe, 3 spots?
First
They
and
would
goal. Jump ahead.
They definitely would get the nod over BYU. It doesn't seem like the pollsters feel that great about BYU. And then it'd be a question of how high you want to put them. Would you put them above Alabama? You think Michigan's better than Alabama?
They both lost to They have Oklahoma, and they both lost. Alabama was closer against Oklahoma in an ugly loss.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine that discourse? Michigan versus Alabama.
It was, 24-13, I believe. Oklahoma won that game. That was
It'd be a rematch of last year's bowl game.
That's true. Our last 2 years bowl games.
Last 2 years bowl
for Alabama, yeah. There's two-dimensional Greg McElroy weighing in.
Do we have I think I still have it. Two-dimensional Greg McElroy.
Could hide behind a light pole. Turn to the side.
So we're going to have 102 left. Second and goal upcoming here for number 3, Texas A&M. This is the most promising drive we have seen all game.
All right, second and goal. Outside run. Concepcion got in.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. A really nice run. Casey Concepcion from 9 yards out took kind of a jet sweep end around style play to the left. Made a nice little move. Was able to stay on his feet long enough to cross the goal line. So it's going to be 10-3 Texas A&M. Texas is going to get the ball with about 50 seconds left here. See if they can do anything before they go in or if they're just going to take the knee.
Let's see. I think he's in. Yeah, he's in. That's a touchdown.
They're showing replays here. They're definitely taking another look at this.
He's in.
Yep.
There you go, A&M.
Marcel Reed comes back in, immediately leads a scoring drive. The snap, the spot, the kick, it is up, it is good. It is 10-3 Texas A&M, just ahead of halftime. At halftime, we will be taking a bit of a break. Dan will flash up a goofy graphic. We will put on some music, some stock music that has been surprisingly very, very jazzy over the last couple live streams we've done.
You liked it?
Yeah, I was getting into the one we did, the last live stream we had.
Okay.
The halftime music was good. A hell of a block by Ruben Owens on that one, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. Watch this play. Watch this block from Ruben Owens.
Ruben Owens got out ahead.
Just leveled the defender. Oh, this isn't the play. Okay.
That's the run. Oh, no.
They're showing the...
on the touchdown run you're talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about on the touchdown run. They were showing on a play earlier in the drive where he threw that laser. 9 plays, 42 yards, 4 minutes, 15 seconds. The scoring drive for Texas A&M. Arch Manning, 5 of 17 in this game.
Ooh.
So far for 28 yards. Not doing much to get that number 1 overall pick. Leading rusher in this game right now is Marcel Reed.
Makes sense.
7 for 45. This has not been a game defined by a whole lot of offense so far, but Texas A&M definitely has a better of A&M, or Texas A&M definitely is better of Texas, excuse me. Say 178 to 85 yard total yard margin. The broadcast team talking about how Sean McDonough was raised on Cheez-Its. So there's that.
Sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Make sure our graphic works. Yep, there it is.
Beautiful.
Unless you want a different face swap, Ty.
No, I'm cool with Stamos. It is a Texas first down, another run for Arch Manning up the gut. Pocket collapsing, nowhere really to go with it. But a nice run up the middle to get a first down.
Nice short throw. Not too much.
Short throw to DeAndre Moore, maybe 5 yards. There were 2 guys in the area for Texas. Unclear who he was throwing to, but DeAndre Moore caught it, and he's a little bit hobbled as he walks off. Feel like a lot of ankles are going down so far early in this game.
All right. 2nd and 6. 33 seconds.
They've got the field goal range line up at the 43-yard line for the Texas kickers' career long.
Protection there. Lofted it to just past field goal range.
That was a really nice play from Arch. Again, flushed out of the pocket. They snap it, they spike it, but just sort of like feathers one up there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That went to Trey Wisner for 11 yards for a first down. We got 23 seconds left. And if you believe the green line on the ESPN ABC broadcasts, they are right on the fringes of field goal range for Texas.
Got rid of it.
"17 seconds left, 3rd and 10. 19 seconds left. They were debating whether or not it was intentional grounding on Arch Manning, who took a ton of heat right up the gut, was able to free his arm up just enough to sort of kind of throw it in the direction of a running back. So it wasn't intentional grounding. They have no timeouts left. Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
All right. Almost the exact same thing as the play before it. But this time, a defender snuck up on Arch a lot quicker. Blasted him right in the gut. I mean, right up the gut. Hit his right in the chest.
I mean,
he tried to get the ball off.
Yeah.
They're going to call intentional grounding. Oh, they're calling him down. Okay.
No.
Down at 4th down. Are we going to get like a fire drill field goal here? So it's going to be 4th and 18 at the 50. I guess they're not going to try a 67-yard field goal. That would probably be
not ideal.
Problematic. Man, he is getting blasted on every single play.
Every single time. Sorry, I am adjusting a new halftime image.
All right. 12 seconds left, 4th and 18.
What a picture I'm about to post.
Terrific. We'll all look forward to that.
You have no idea what's about to happen.
So they're bringing the punter out now. And this is a very good special teams unit for Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you just got to try and kick this out of bounds. Or kick it out of the end zone, one or the other. He kicks a line drive.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Going to be 2 seconds left. We are going to go into halftime here, Dan. Your score right now is going to be 10-3 in favor of Texas A&M. For those of you watching, wherever you are, we'll be back after halftime. I'm going to go make my old-fashioned and let the dogs out. And when we return, we will be with you through the conclusion of this game.
All right, background music. Let's go with, how's this sound? You like that?
Nah.
You want something a little...
Give me some, more of a knee slapper.
Here. We've used this a lot.
I'm a fan of this guy here.
Okay, now are you a fan of this guy right here?
What is that?
It's a real picture. That's from COVID, I think.
Holy hell.
I did not alter this.
Good Lord.
It's pretty good, right?
Is that what I looked like during COVID?
I've got a couple of shots like this. Yeah.
My gosh. All right. Well, if you want to roll with that one, we can roll with that one. It looks like a young making of the band style portrait of me.
Oh my God. I've got so many of these.
Great. Thank you, Dan.
I've got the high school senior picture that we used for a social media post once.
Oh my God.
Are the people liking this one?
People in the chat are, yes, they're saying that I look like I have a perm.
Yeah.
Something that says Ty's about to take a very strong gummy.
This looks like you're hitting on somebody in 2003 while selling merch for the Strokes.
Why don't we leave it there? We're going to run a commercial for the folks on YouTube. We'll be back after halftime.
Sounds good.
How about now? Can you hear me? Now I think we're good. All right. We should be much better now. Can you hear me?
I am back.
Dan Rubenstein.
How we doing?
Good. How was the bathroom break?
It was good. A lot of Thanksgiving came out.
Okay, that's what we wanted to hear.
Did I miss anything?
No, Texas A&M just got the ball back. Marcel Reed, incompletion on the first play. Second play, 2-yard rush. Third down, blitz up the middle, throw away. It's going to be 3 and out. So I was just doing a whiskey breakdown before I realized that my mic was muted. So I'll do this again. Nice. We do have the old fashioned. I'm out of orange peels. I'm out of orange peels.
Uh-oh.
So this is going to be without the
So what'd you put in there?
Ice. I got the bitters. I got a little bit of sugar. I didn't do a full sugar cube. And here was the bourbon I was talking about that I was gifted from like a local distillery here in PA.
Where in PA?
I do not know. Somewhere down by Philly, Resurgent.
Okay.
So if anybody has tried this and has any opinions on this, let me know. Or
Jody
if you have opinions on the first
dinner,
half.
by the way. Jody brought me some additional dinner.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll eat it during commercial. But yeah, some more sushi.
They're saying I'm muted?
You shouldn't be muted.
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It says Ty muted. So people seem to be able to hear us.
They can hear me. Okay.
Yeah. How is Tecate? Tecate's good. It's Mexican cerveza in a can. It's cold. This is my favorite thing. Possibly expired. I mean, is expired, but like only recently. I think it's fine.
Beautiful.
We'll see. This is a very rare beer on air. Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
So I know because we've got, different streams that everybody's watching right now, the clock is stopped for us, for me anyway, at 13:51.
Same.
There's a pretty good chance you're going to be way in front of us. It's just the nature of the beast here with these things.
Oh, long run.
You're way ahead of me then. Trey Wisner with a really nice run all the way down to the Texas A&M 30-yard line, a 48-yard run right up the gut. Wow, that was nice.
I have no idea what my wife got me food-wise. Seems good.
We're both good now. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate that.
Here you go, Ty.
Okay, what is that?
It's a sushi roll of some kind. All right. Come on, Arch. Leverage that. Got a sip of beer.
Things are getting loose here on the live stream.
I think this is actually my favorite beer.
Tecate?
Cold, Mexican, mellow. I mean, Tecate is good. Anything that fits that descriptor.
Okay.
Cold, Mexican, and mellow.
So I think we're going to get defensive holding here on Ryan Wingo.
Yeah. No. He wouldn't be defensive.
He was against Lee again. It's either going to be interference or holding against Lee. He's been flying pretty close to the sun all game. Hasn't really been flagged for anything until
he was the one who I believe
here
scored the pick on the pick 6 last season.
I believe so. Yes.
Are those deep fried? They're not deep fried. I don't know if there's like a salmon or a spicy mayo. There's something going on with them. Oh. I ordered it when I was sober.
We had a few posts over halftime that deserved this. I kicked a couple people out. So thank you for your service to the stream.
Like people spamming or people saying things?
Just a little bit of both, Dan. So for what it's worth, no, we can't show the game live. We'll do our best to provide some spotty play-by-play. We've obviously got the update scoreboard on the right-hand side of the screen. And we'll do our best to narrate what's going on. We'll take questions. We'll drink our drinks here. Texas is in the red zone now by virtue of the penalty, 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. So this is a really good opportunity to try and tie this one up. Trey Weiser, a 4-yard loss. Try to run around the left edge. Yeah, I used this Buffalo Trace bourbon again. And not that I'm any connoisseur. It's definitely got a bite to it. A little bit of a spice. I gave some to Mama H on Thanksgiving. I said, here, try this. And she didn't ask what it was.
By the way, good protection there. And just dirts it. Just dirts it.
I mean, Manning under duress. Yeah. But I gave some to Mom H. I said, here, try this. And she just kind of didn't ask what it was and said, sure. And she was gagging uncontrollably. And then I asked her later in the night, do you want some more? And she said, I don't think I'd survive it. So there's that.
That's the review.
Well, that was her review. So Arch, sort of with a brain fart on that play.
It was a bad throw. They probably should have just run it.
Could have thrown it back shoulder. Could have just run it. You're way in front of me, dude.
You want me to pause it?
Blitz up the middle. We going to get grounding?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
I'm at 12:01 on my game clock.
I'm at the start of the fourth quarter. Are you? I actually can't see how much time is left because I have a winter storm warning covering the scoreboard.
I saw 5 to 10 inches in Chicago tomorrow.
It's maybe a nice, healthy snowfall. Get some sledding in. I'm supposed to play tennis in the morning.
Okay. Hopefully not outdoors.
Mm-mm.
That's good. So it's now 4th and 20. Mason Shipley with a 46-yard field goal attempt to get this one to 10-6. The snap, the spot, the kick, it is up, and it is good. 10-6, just inside of 12 minutes here in the third quarter.
(28-3) Indiana, start of the third quarter. No score, 14 minutes, so beginning of the second quarter, Territorial Cup. And what other action do we have?
Here, I'll put the scoreboard up.
I think, is that the only live action? I believe it is.
Yeah, this is going to take a second for it to update. Here, we'll refresh this guy.
By the way,
my scoreboard has not updated yet. We'll give it a second. It should update. Please
just because
continue.
It's commercial. Something that has flown under the radar, our radar, you take your pick. But one of the absolute best coaching jobs in the country was culminated today in a win. Kent State 35, Northern Illinois 31. Kent State went 0 for 8 and 0 for 8 in the MAC these last 2 seasons.
Yes.
Fired their coach in April. Fired Kenny Burns. Hired Mark Carney, who I believe is also the Canadian Prime Minister. So it's the same name, right? His name is Mark Carney, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
But not the Canadian Prime Minister.
Right.
And Kent State finishes the season at 5-7 and hits 500 in the MAC.
Wow.
Not an easy job. Obviously, what Sean Lewis did there was crazy impressive, which is why he had opportunities beyond. But really impressive job, all things considered. Sort of thrust into that role in spring for them to finish 5-7. Great job. And that's a 5-7 playing. Who did Kent State? There, I mean, obviously they play the bye games, playing Texas Tech, Florida State, and Oklahoma.
Wow.
So basically, they were paid for 3 losses. So really, they're like a bowl team.
Wow.
So awesome job.
That's great. That's great. Well, I don't know why my scoreboard's not updating. So this is about the Brent Vegan pseudo hire. I did go back and listen to what we said about that. And at the time that we talked about it, we said it wasn't official.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of steam on it. and we were waiting to see what would happen next, to see if it would become official. And it apparently was not. They have gone in a different direction at Oregon State, hiring the co-OC from Alabama.
Always said it was reported. We didn't report it. That's okay. I think a lot of Oregon State people are very excited about the hire.
Yeah.
That it was an upside hire, that he has major program experience. I want to say Jamarcus Shepard was at Washington when they had and helped to develop their big receivers a few years ago.
Yep.
And before that, I want to say he was Purdue with like Rondale Moore and God, what was his name?
David Bell. Not the Mariners' third baseman, David Bell.
Oh, his receiver track record, his developmental track record.
Yeah.
And I think as a recruiter, as a personality, I think Bama people were very high on him.
Yeah.
So, and he followed Kalen DeBoer, obviously, to Bama.
Purdue getting ripped limb from limb right now. There it is. It's updated. 28-3 in the third quarter. It's not ideal. Territorial Cup is 0-0. Second quarter.
Indiana also has the ball, I believe.
Yes.
They are on the Purdue 37.
All right, we got 10-6 here. 11:49 left in the third quarter. A&M ball, their own 22-yard line here, 1st and 10.
Not much.
About a 3-yard run.
This is in reference to Kent State. Beat the team that crushed Notre Dame last year.
This is true. This is very true.
Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Obviously, Michigan, Ohio State.
Yep.
You know, that one kind of speaks for itself. I'm pretty high on Auburn in the Iron Bowl, and I'm high on Pitt. I like Pitt's chances to knock off Miami. So
okay,
early action, right? I believe that Miami game is also early.
Are we going to stream Michigan, Ohio State?
Can if you want to.
What else am I doing?
All right.
Either sit on my couch alone or sit in this chair and talk to you and all sorts of thousands of friends.
So stop on by tomorrow at noon Eastern. We'll be right here doing the same thing, talking about the game Michigan versus Ohio State. I am hoping for a little more offense.
That'd be nice.
You know, between the Georgia Tech game and out of this one so far, I don't know if it's fair to call them defensive slugfests, but there's definitely been more defense than offense. So Texas is going to get the ball back, Dan. It's going to be 4th and 2 from the A&M 30. They're going to punt it away. This could represent an opportunity for Texas to get a little bit more momentum. They got that long run from Trey Wisner. They had to settle for a field goal because A&M started dialing up the heat on Arch. But if they could just figure out a way, if they could just dial up some offense to get the ball out of his hands quicker. You know, we haven't seen a whole lot in the way of like the halfback screen game or anything like that. When they're bringing pressure up the middle, it seems like that's a logical place they could go next with their play calling. Obviously, Sark knows a little bit more about this than I do, but they got to do something to try and mitigate that pressure.
Oh, that's right. Sean McDonough's doing a WWE Survivor Series promo.
Sean McDonough?
Yeah, he's doing a promo.
Oh, a promo. Okay, he's not calling it.
No.
That would be awesome. I think he would be very annoyed trying to commentate pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Or you know what? I think he'd be actually incredible. Because
I think he could call pretty much anything, but
yes. He doesn't like that. He's going into the crowd.
Off the top turnbuckle.
By the way, I've really enjoyed the Texas A&M coaches wearing a lot of the script Aggies look.
Yeah, you like
I
that?
think it's nice. It's nice and clean. I like it. Thanks, Molly.
Not a great stat line for Arch, but he's been under a lot of pressure. And I will say, I mean, they've gotten some key runs. Not the least of which is that one we just saw from Trey Wisner.
Another good one. This one's for you, Ty.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. How's the old fashioned?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I got one of those big ice cube molds. So I have like an oversized ice cube in here. It's good.
Is there anything to getting like a premium shape?
I don't think so. I think it's preference.
I know that there's better ice than others. The clearer the ice, the more pure. You don't want it cloudy.
Right. This is.
I don't know how you achieve cloud free.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's either a colder freezer.
Another nice run.
Or better
really
water.
Going after the edges. Am I still ahead of you?
I think marginally. You know, I don't know if this is going to continue for Texas. It's 2 drives now where they've gotten big runs that have kind of sprung them free. But if this continues on this course, and if Texas were to go on and win it or even keep it close, the game, well, one of the game headlines would certainly be that Texas ran the ball better in this game than we're accustomed to seeing, because they've struggled to do that all year. And Trey Wisner is he's brought down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss, but Trey Wisner has had a pretty good run so far this game.
And in all fairness, that's been the weakness of this Texas A&M team. They've allowed a bunch on the ground this season, whether it was the Arkansas game, whether it was, I want to say, the Mizzou game. They've allowed good running teams, which you can't really define Texas as, but good running teams to grab chunks.
Yeah.
And Texas in the second half most certainly has.
The hopeful American asking, how do these teams compare so far? Other than the scoreboard, these are the team stats here. I've got them on the right-hand side. You can get a look for yourself.
Got a little pump and go, not there. Just take the... Oh! Very good decision. I was disappointed. Felt like he was going to float that over the end zone. Perfect ball.
We have a very nice touchdown pass. A 29-yarder from Arch Manning to Ryan Wingo. Arch Manning sort of scrambles out of the pocket. Looks like he was going to run. Got right up to the line of scrimmage and floated one over the middle to a wide open Ryan Wingo. I got to see the replay of this to see how he got so damn open. It looked like he was going to airmail that one. And Ryan Wingo, even though he was wide open in the back of the end zone, needed to make something of a circus catch to haul that one in and get a foot down. But barring the replay overruling anything, and with the extra point, it's going to be 13-10, Texas with a big swing now to take the lead here at home about midway through the third quarter.
He almost overthrew him. Look at this. Wide open. He needed fingertips. But yes, I mean, look, his momentum was carrying him. He got it to the open guy.
Got 2 feet down.
Oriented sport.
I would like to see the full replay to see how he got that open.
Yeah, we will.
But that was a hell of a play by Ryan Wingo. just an individual effort to bring that one down. It was not the best throw, but it was the right decision to throw it to him because he was wide open.
Did you see, by the way, as Texas now leads 13-10, that a popular hot dog restaurant in Chicago offered free hot dogs if the Bears were to win, and Ben Johnson ripped off his shirt.
And I saw they won, and he ripped off his shirt.
He ripped off his shirt. And you know what? Looks pretty good.
Are you going to go get one? Are you going to go get one?
No, it's in the city. I'm in the burbs. But that's a famous hot dog place. It's called Wiener Circle, where famously it's encouraged to yell at the cashiers and employees, and they yell back at you.
To yell at them?
Yeah, like to swear at them, like, give me a fucking hot dog, fucking asshole. And they go, fuck you.
Okay.
And you get your hot dogs. And that's like the famous part of my French. I've had half a Tecate. Tecate, not a sponsor. Probably will continue not to be.
We have 7-zip Arizona State. First score of the game in the Territorial Cup. Nice for them. These 3 games ongoing. My scoreboard here is a little bit behind. Obviously, none of these games are taking place yet. Those are tomorrow. This updates about once every 2 minutes, so it's a little bit behind on some of the scores here. I do like when we only have 3 games going on concurrently to worry about.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's a big change from what we normally do on a Saturday. I guess this is the last Saturday. Technically, they're going to have to worry about that for this season anyway, because next week there are just a subset of games with 10 conference championship games spread out over 2 days. And then beyond that, we're talking bowls, we're talking playoffs, that sort of thing. For anybody out there listening who has not joined up with our Patreon at verballers.com, we are going to give away a board seat to the winner of this week's Pick'em game. So it's called Run the Board. If you sign up as a certified or premium verballer, you can play. It's a Pick'em game. Just pick 12 games against the spread.
Yep.
And whoever comes in first gets a $500 Visa gift card. Just in time for the holidays. Use it on whatever you want. And you'll also get a golden ticket to be part of our board of trustees starting in a couple weeks, actually, and then continuing through 2026 for people who are interested.
Yes. That said, we will rescind your board seat if you call either one of us a hoe. I don't care if it's Ty. I don't care if it's me.
It burns when it goes up your nose like that. Kills the bacteria though.
Yeah, it's true. Sinuses are nice and sterilized.
No, we're good. We're good.
So do not call us hoes.
I can't believe that
I guess
guy.
Apparently you can do if you're on the old.
I can't believe that guy did that.
Yeah, there he is. He just ran across this zone.
The safety just sort of crept. He thought Arch was going to run.
He followed eyes, and Arch, got it. Plenty of room. Here's what I want to see. I wonder. All right, so it's right there. Yeah, it was good. I was going to see if there's any linemen who were past there. Nobody was even past the line of scrimmage.
Texas A&M 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line. So Marcel Reed threw a screen pass out to the left sideline.
Yes.
He threw that ball about 120 miles an hour. Did you see how hard he threw that?
No, I rewound to watch the touchdown.
I don't know if they're going to show replay for that. I think that was
3 yards.
Concepcion. He threw that ball so damn hard.
Woo! Colin Simmons gets in quickly. Colin Simmons just ended that left tackle's life.
2nd and 7, A&M ball.
Colin Simmons actually pulled up. Look at this rush.
Yeah.
They're showing the previous. You know, I haven't seen McConaughey. Have I missed McConaughey?
I saw somebody in a cowboy hat and a leather jacket on this Texas sideline. I don't know if it was him, though.
From afar. That wasn't a close.
Yeah.
Because you would recognize our dear close friend, Matthew.
As this game gets a little bit closer, they're definitely going to find him and show.
I'm used to seeing him a lot more often.
Yeah. What they haven't done yet is the normal montage of people, notable alumni, notable celebrities, whoever, who are at the game.
Yeah.
So we're due for that at some point here very soon.
All right, I'm going to look on X, the Everything app, to see a picture of Matthew McConaughey.
Thank you to Ryan. If Ryan is watching, Ryan just signed up for our Patreon. We appreciate it, being a premium verballer.
I'm looking on X, the Everything app, and I'm not seeing any McConaughey. Oh, no? Hold on. Yes, there's Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson pregame are there.
Okay.
According to Tyler Shaw, the KBTX sports director.
Okay.
That's the only indicator I'm seeing right now of McConaughey being there.
This is a very good point from the doc. Cowboy hat and leather jacket is like describing a bunny. What's the animal? Long ears, but that's a fair comment.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
Cowboy hat guy looked like Manziel.
Manziel? How much of this old fashioned have you had?
It's what do we got here? 100 proof. So
nice.
Manziel. I should know better.
We did call him Manziel to begin his career.
We used to. Everybody did.
Before he played.
Here you go, Dan. This one's for you.
Give me a fucking hot dog, bitch. Yeah. It is. Look it up. That's the actual deal.
That's what they do?
That's what they do.
What's the place called again?
Wiener Circle.
Wiener Circle.
Yeah. It's a famous Chicago institution.
Describe for me a Chicago dog. What is a Chicago dog?
Chicago dog is steamed poppy seed bun, generally a Vienna beef hot dog with casing, never ketchup, but if you get it, quote, dragged through the garden, it's pickle spear, onions, celery salt, sport pepper, tomato wedge, mustard, and neon green relish. So I think I nailed it.
Okay.
Sport peppers are optional.
Have you had?
I'm not a big fan of getting a tomato wedge on a hot dog.
Okay.
But otherwise, I will do a dog with the pickle spear, onions, and mustard. I kind of stop there. So it's pseudo garden.
Okay. What are the notable dishes in Chicago outside the dog and the deep dish pizza?
We got Italian beef from the Bear, obviously. Yep. You know that one.
Yep.
Sausage. A lot of sausage. Factory meat packing history in Chicago.
What would you say the equivalent in Chicago is to the Philly cheesesteak? Like, what is their Philly cheesesteak? Their signature
The Italian beef.
The Italian beef.
Well, that's the signature sandwich.
Okay.
The most signature thing about Chicago food, I just think, is I would say sausage, encased meat in general.
Okay.
Is the signature thing. Hot dogs and the heavy Polish influence.
Sure.
I think that's probably the closest analog. But people obviously think about the both thin and thick pizza.
Gotcha. All right. Here we go. Texas A&M.
Little squirt through.
3rd and 1.
The other thing, by the way, and I don't know if you've had this before. Do you know what jardinera is?
No.
Jardinera. Jardinera is like a spicy relish of like a spicy vegetable relish with onions and carrots and celery. Delicious. It's good on everything. It is good.
I think you're probably about 5 seconds in front of me, Dan. I'm at 5:30 on my clock.
Oh, I've got 5:18. And whistle. Okay. I will give it a 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I've got 5:07. Thereabouts. 5:02. 1, 0. 59.
Yeah, you're 2 seconds in front of me. That's okay.
1, 2. All right, we'll see how we do here.
Clock is ticking down, man. Inside 5 minutes here in the third quarter, 10-3. Texas A&M with the ball, approaching midfield. Ruben Owens with a nice run up the middle to get it to about 3rd and 1 here. I would expect this is probably 4-down territory if they get stopped short.
Mm-hmm. We got Big from the West Coast. What brought you to Chicago, Dan? Living in New York, I met a gal from Chicago in New York, and we fell in love, Ty.
Oh,
and then she dragged me
old
back.
as time.
Dragged me back to the Midwest. Here I am.
3rd and 1, up the gut.
I think close. They're not giving it to him. They're marking him short.
They're marking him a full yard short of that. So it's going to be a decision time here for Mike Elko. I would expect they would go for it here at midfield. James Dallas watching from Texarkana, Texas. Hello, James.
Nice.
Thank you for stopping in.
Home of legendary Oregon Hall of Fame running back LaMichael James.
There it is. Texas burns a timeout here. On 4th and 1, about midfield. With 3:18 left now in the third quarter. This game could get real interesting. I'm not going to lie here. I mean, it's already interesting. It's low scoring. And we've really had a few busted plays that I think have kind of dictated this one. But otherwise, it's been pressure on Arch Manning. It's been running ability for Trey Wisner and Arch Manning, who have made a go of it for the Texas offense. And it's been a lot of, what Marcel Reed can do in the backfield, finding ways to create, but not so much an offensive explosion for either side here.
No. So who do you think has the edge right now?
I feel like Texas has a lot of the momentum.
They do.
And being at home, that obviously plays to their advantage. They're showing total yardage stats, and I've got it up on the screen here, but if counting stats are things that you're into, you can look across the board. These teams have played a fairly even contest. I mean, across the board, it is pretty much neck and neck.
Big 4th.
Here we go. 4th and 1. We're going to get a false start on Texas A&M. Texas was bringing some heat. It looked like Texas A&M was moving early, and they're flagged for it. Wow. I think now you got to punt it, don't you?
At midfield? Probably, yeah.
You're going to have to punt that.
Still trust the defense. Texas A&M second half defense been pretty incredible.
It looked like both the left tackle and guard jumped a bit early on the A&M side of things. We got someone tuning in from Savannah, Georgia. I've never been to Savannah, Georgia. I've heard it's beautiful.
Same. Never been.
Thank you for tuning in with us here. For those people just tuning in, hit follow, hit subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We got Jeff tuning in from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, home of the Tide. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you, Jeff. Happy Thanksgiving.
Any scoring updates elsewhere?
Elsewhere, I believe we still have 7-zip in favor of Arizona State here over
Okay.
Arizona. I was looking at the team stats before. Arizona has not done a whole lot on offense, but neither has ASU. So we've got that going on. Purdue is getting mollywopped here by Indiana, 42-3. And then just this one.
Nothing doing.
Got to run up the gut. Is that Trey Wisner? I believe so. About a 1-yard loss.
We've got an updated location here.
Doc is drunk on his couch. Let us know what you're drinking, Doc. Come on. Got to give us more details than that. But hope you're enjoying your evening. Happy Black Friday.
What's Solid Wife Kate up to right now?
She is sound asleep upstairs on the couch.
Nice.
May have gone up to bed. I actually don't know where my dogs are, so I'm going to probably have to go check on that in a second. But
like your actual dog or like your dogs? I don't know where my dog's at.
No, the DOGS.
Okay.
I would expect the little one will be in here with me. I let her down, but she is not. So
that's pretty.
Nice pass from Arch. Parker Livingstone for a 19-yarder to get them better field position now up to the 35-yard line.
Another nice run. Should be a first down. Yep.
Trey Wisner with a nice run, a first down run, sort of a zone read handoff. Looked like he lost the ball on his way down to the ground, but was able to recover it. I'm going to see the replay here. So he lost the ball, but he was able to recover it right away. And they're showing the stat line for Trey Wisner, 13 for 123, averaging close to 10 yards carry, which is really nice. Definitely a storyline in this game. Doc says he's going Tanqueray and tonic. Helps with the digestion after 2 days of turkey. All right.
Nice. Get that carbonation in there, I guess.
That's right, man.
So how was Mama H's pumpkin pie effort this year compared to other
Terrific.
years? Good.
Oh, it was outstanding. Yeah.
He's plenty of time. Is that, that's Endries, I think, up the middle?
Yep.
Look at this, still going. Why not?
Wow. Okay. Arch Manning, a rarity, has plenty of time in the pocket. And in what seems to be a bit of a theme, when Arch has time in this game, guys are getting wide open.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times now. Most of the time he's been under pressure, but when he has time, guys are getting wide open. And I believe that was Jack Endries, the transfer from Cal, the tight end.
Wide open.
Who was wide the F open. Went for a long gainer all the way down to the 2-yard line. And Texas is on the doorstep now of making this a 2-score affair. Wow. That is the end of the third quarter, Dan Rubenstein. I am going to run an ad here for the folks watching on YouTube to help us pay the bills. And as I do that, I'm going to go make sure my dogs aren't chewing the drywall or something crazy. All right?
Nice. All right. These are some secrets I know about Ty. No, I'm just kidding. All right. This game got interesting. This game got spicy. We've got Texas on the door step and looking to go up by double digits. This would be pretty damn meaningful, and crowd would be going nuts. And we'll see what second half A&M is really worth moving forward. So what do we have here? White Claws and a THC gummy. All right. Just easing into that good night. So is A&M playing down or is Texas playing up? I think it's just Texas playing up at this point. The lanes are open right now, both on the ground and through the air, which is not a great sign. What do we have here? Just got back from bingo and turned on the game, and you guys drinking Windsor and Coke. Sky Uma tomorrow from northern Minnesota. Excuse me. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Ty's back. Doggy's okay?
Dogs are good. Dogs are tired, man. They're tired from yesterday. It was a lot of commotion.
You know what? Here's the thing. Frisky Philks, I'm going to skip the ad ASAP. That's right. I'm a son of a bitch. You know what, Frisky? That's your choice. And
you know what? I'm 100% with them too. Because I skip the ads too. And put that back up. Put that back up for a second.
Yeah.
I appreciate Clippy in the avatar.
Oh, do you?
That's a callback to the old days of Microsoft Office. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging with us.
You not pay for YouTube Premium?
Me? No.
Oh, man, Ty. You got to get there.
Really?
I mean, it depends how much YouTube you watch.
I watch a lot of YouTube, but I refuse to do it.
Why? You're just like, I want to watch 5 seconds of a Viore ad all the time.
I'm cheap.
No, you should cheap. Get the premium.
I'm cheap.
If you watch a lot of YouTube, you should get it.
I do watch a lot of YouTube.
Well, it's also like you're a small business supporter, right?
I am.
So Google.com. We got to do everything we can to support Google. The Alphabet Company, right?
The Alphabet Company. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just trying to do my part to help the Alphabet Company.
Yeah.
No, it is worth it. My brother insists that everybody who doesn't mute commercials is wasting their life away.
Mute commercials?
Mute commercials. As soon as the commercial starts, mute.
How is muting the commercial different than sitting in front of the TV watching the muted commercial?
He doesn't sit and watch. He takes out his phone and mutes the commercial.
I mean, couldn't you make the case that being on your phone is wasting your life away too?
No, because he watches disgusting pornography during like just stuff that you wouldn't even comprehend as being.
Hopefully your brother's not watching this. We could have a little sibling rivalry going on here.
I'm just making that all up. It's very tasteful what he watches. No, that's what he does. He'll take out his phone and check other scores and, you know, check for injury updates and stuff and mutes the commercials.
How do we feel about these drone shows that they're doing now? They're showing this.
It weirds me out, but all of this stuff weirds me out.
Yeah,
the future weirds me out.
The future,
me out. Yeah. Just like Motion City Soundtrack pointed out.
We got 1st and goal from the 2. Texas end around, easy touchdown.
Yeah.
That is an easy touchdown run, Dan. A 2-yard score. Looked like a tight end around. Nick Townsend with the 2-yard rush to put Texas up for the minute at 19-10, about to be 20-10. And it is getting late early now for Texas A&M, Dan.
It's true.
It is getting late early. They have not done anything in this second half. And they got to mount the charge here now. They're going to have to score twice in the fourth quarter. Texas has all the momentum.
And we got 87%. I don't know if this is updated. 87% win probability? Is that current?
87.1%, yes.
Yeah, to 12.9. Okay. Have you been to
20 to 10?
Have you been to DKR? It's a good time.
I have not.
It's not as raucous as I think I would prefer for a major program like Texas, but it's fun.
So let's hypothetically go through this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull something up on the screen, okay? And we're gonna talk through what this means. And I don't even know if this is gonna show up, but I'll do my best to try and make it show up. You can kind of see this on the screen here. Let me see if I drag it in. So this is this website. It's cut off. If you want to play with this on your own, it's
notnothing.net.
B-ball, like basketball, but bball.notnothing.net.
Yeah.
That is this guy's website. At some point in the offseason, I might try to make my own version of this, but right now he just does a much better job than anybody, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what it looks like right now in the SEC. If all the chalk wins other than Texas A&M, this is what it would look like. Oops. All right, this is what it would look like. So if Texas were to beat Texas A&M and all the other chalk wins, we would have Alabama versus Georgia, a rematch in that SEC title game. If we go back, if we look at a couple other scenarios, right, this is where we start looking at, all right, well, what happens maybe if Auburn were to knock off Alabama, something like that. Then suddenly we're looking at Georgia versus Ole Miss. So if you're a Georgia fan, and if you care at all about the SEC championship, then you're liking this result right now. But this has the possibility of altering a bunch of the seeding in that top 5. And again, I stand by what I've been saying now for weeks on end, but the value in this upcoming playoff field is in the 5th and the 6th seed. And something like this has, I think, real potential to upend that seeding structure right now. A&M's got the ball, by the way. 2nd and 7, a run up the middle. They're stopped pretty much 5 yards short. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here.
We've got Texas beating the team that crushed Notre Dame this season. What was the final score? Texas A&M won by how many points?
41-40, and it was on a botched extra point. Texas A&M very much did not crush Notre Dame.
No, they won. It was a botched extra point and a last-second beautiful touchdown play to, I think, an A&M tight end who never
did.
Passes.
And they crushed Notre Dame's defense. Notre Dame's defense could not hold them down. But to that point, neither could Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So it was a good game, but it's a loss. Texas A&M went to South Bend and won.
I'm trying to think who truly cares about winning their conference championship game right now. Who it's either emotionally or competitively important right now in this moment.
Right.
Michigan needs it, most likely. We'll see. There's a decent chance they need it. I think symbolically, it would be incredible for Indiana to win a Big Ten championship game. But otherwise, symbolically, it would be a big deal for Texas Tech. Even though I'm sure this year's iteration, they're just assume get to the playoff and whatever happens.
We're going to have a 4th and 1 attempt here.
Yes, we are.
For Texas A&M from their own 39-yard line.
Trying to jam up that A gap. Oh, they let it clock go. Taking Back Monday, good name, says Ohio State would love to. Go Bucks. Would they? I'm just saying, at this point, Ohio State is not playing to win the Big Ten. They have nothing to prove in terms of winning the Big Ten. They're playing to win national championships.
No.
They want to kill Michigan, of course. But I don't think there's energy around any of these conference championship matchups, just nationally.
No.
It would be cool for Virginia. Incredibly cool. School like that.
Yep.
Your SMU Mustangs.
Yeah.
Your Ponies. Decent return.
Very nice punt for Texas A&M. They had to pull the trigger on the punt instead. A decent return. Take it out to about the 34-yard line for Texas now as they look to sort of assert themselves here and maybe put this one a little bit more out of reach. Look, if they get another touchdown here, this would be a 17-point game. That would pretty much put this one out of reach with the way that we've seen Texas A&M play offense in this half. And even in the first half, they've had a really hard time trying to get any kind of sustained momentum going against this Texas defense.
Any Black Friday purchases there, Ty?
We did buy some gifts. I'm not really at liberty to say what those gifts are. I don't know who's watching this stream, if anybody from the immediate family circle is watching. But
Sybaris gift certificate.
This is going to be your new joke.
Now that I brought it to your attention.
Yeah, thank you. Did not give any gift certificates out to adults only resorts. Thank you very much.
I'm looking to see if there's any Pennsylvania locations.
For what?
Sybaris.
I thought you said they were in the Poconos.
Cove Pocono Resorts.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, where the romance begins. Lakeville, PA. Mount Pocono, PA.
Elsewhere in college football, Dan, 49-3, the Old Oaken Bucket is going to go back and stay with the Indiana Hoosiers. Territorial Cup is still a bit of a rock fight right now. 7-0 in favor of Arizona State.
You cannot believe what I'm looking at once I get locked in on something.
Are you going to flash this up on the screen?
You want me to?
I mean, it depends what it is.
Yeah, of course. It's commercial.
I suppose as long as it's not actual game highlights.
Nope. We're
safe.
Safe.
Probably in the clear.
Zero game highlights. This is a room.
Yeah.
You can rent.
Yeah.
This is in the Poconos, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen ads down here forever.
For those kinds of resorts?
Mount Airy Lodge, places that have like the champagne glass little jacuzzi or whatever in your hotel room. Is that what you're talking about? It's raised up.
You walk up like a little ladder.
Is that what you're talking about?
I think it's similar. I think it's
you didn't know about these places?
No.
Oh.
Mount
You got to get out more. You're very uncultured. Do you know that?
Oh, Mount Airy Casino?
Yeah.
It's got good reviews.
I've been to the Mount Airy Casino. It's sort of like, how could I describe the Mount Airy Casino? I was at the Mount Airy Casino once. A bunch of my friend had a bachelor party. They went whitewater rafting, and it was right after I had my shoulder surgery back in 2013.
Yeah.
And I was at the tail end of my recovery. And I remember asking the physical therapist, do you think I can do this? And they were like, technically you could do this, but if something happens and you get thrown from the raft, you're probably going to drown because you're not going to be able to swim. So I decided maybe I shouldn't do that. And to kill the time, I went to Mount Airy Casino.
Okay.
And it was sort of unspectacular, if memory serves.
Depressing. Yeah. Nothing there.
Texas gets the ball back now. We're back from commercial. 12.5 left in the fourth quarter. And it's a run up the gut for about 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here for Texas as they hold on to a 20-10 lead. The clock's ticking down, getting close to 12 minutes. Tick.
So, okay. I'm not going to advocate for Texas in the playoff here if they're able to hold on. I'm not going to advocate against it strongly. I'm just curious to see what kind of leap you can make beating the number 3 team this late into the season in a big emotional spot at home when you're ranked number 16.
I think it's a fair question. And I would ask our chat to let us know what they think about that one. Because, if you're Texas, if you're looking to take the biggest possible leap, I think if you beat Texas A&M here, there's a pretty good chance you're jumping a team like a Utah.
They beat Vandy, although now they have one more loss.
They have one more loss, but, the Vandy conversation is real. Michigan, in all likelihood, loses the game to Ohio State, but we've said that a couple years running now, so maybe don't take that at face value.
And to be clear, as it's 3rd and 12, taking a shot, has a man just a little bit too much. Texas lost to the number 1 team in the country in week 1. So they have the same number of SEC losses as Vanderbilt and beat Vanderbilt. They'll finish ahead of Vandy, who is ranked ahead of them because of Texas's 1-score loss to Ohio State on the road. So you have to reward Texas on a certain level for scheduling that home and home.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're the top-ranked 3-loss team.
Yes.
And obviously that would persist. The question is just how high up are you willing to put them? Are you willing to put them over a 10-1 BYU? I just think it's. By the time the
rankings come out, it'll either be 11-1 or 10-2 BYU. But yes,
right. But you get my point. And in all likelihood, 11-1 because they play UCF. Yeah. So I think they're sort of maxed out right now on how high up they can go. They should be rewarded, and there is still an outside chance they can make the playoff, but they would need a lot to break in front of them. And it's a really hard calculation for me to make to somehow get them in there.
I couldn't put Texas at 3 losses, including a bad loss to Florida. I don't think I could put, and Texas barely beating Mississippi State, barely beating Kentucky. I don't think I could put them ahead of BYU at 11-1, or even 11-2 if BYU were to lose to Texas Tech in the
at present.
Yeah,
in the playoff rankings, Miami is 12. Could you put them ahead of Miami?
So you're rewarding both of these teams for playing a playoff caliber non-conference game. Miami won it. Texas did not. Miami has one fewer loss, but Miami's wins at this point would not include anything. Well, I guess it would include Notre Dame.
It would.
So you're talking about a week 1 Notre Dame win versus a week 14 Texas win.
That's
over
right.
a top 8, 10-ish team.
That's right.
The Florida loss is worse than either the SMU and Louisville losses. I think it's hard to really gauge.
Yeah.
Was that Florida? I think I would have Miami ahead of Texas.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
I think I would too. I think Miami is a more complete team.
Yeah.
At this point, even if this win is better than, Miami's win over Notre Dame, but I still can't see putting them ahead of a 2-loss Miami. But they should be rewarded. It's just, if this happens in the early part of the season, there's a lot more upward mobility. But at this point in the year, when everybody has their opinions pretty well set on most of the teams in the top 25,
right?
It's just really hard to see how willing they would be to do that.
I'm with you.
That said, this is an SEC team. Right. That said, Texas is very much a darling of the national media. So I guess we'll wait and see. But certainly this would have real ripple effects throughout the conference and throughout the playoff conversation.
Yeah, I think you lose that third game. I think it's too tough to make too many cases of Texas over all of these teams. Too much recency because you're still, if Alabama wins, you're still 5th in the conference because you'll have the tiebreaker against OU at 2 losses. You'll have the tiebreaker against Vandy with 2 losses. So they'll have 3 top 15 wins. That's pretty good, man.
So we got some comments here. No further than behind Alabama because Alabama beat Georgia, who beat them. Okay. No way Texas should vault into the playoff conversation. Should be number 12. Got another one here. Texas would deserve it more than some others. I do agree with that.
Whoop. It is one of those things where Texas having wins, the win against Vanderbilt looked like it was going to be impressive until it wasn't. They very much struggled to hold on in that one.
Yeah.
And then, I just think you have to take the totality of their season. Sneaking by Mississippi State and Kentucky should matter. I understand win your clunkers, but
yeah,
don't exclusively play clunkers for a stretch of the season.
So Texas A&M with the ball now, down 10, clock ticking. It's about to be 3rd and long. They've got the ball on their own 45-yard line now. And it's open. The clock is ticking.
Gets a first down.
So it was a completion. It would have been a first down, but we got a flag down now. And they're going to call offensive pass interference on Bethel Roman, who was injured earlier but is now back in the game. And they're showing the replay here. So Bethel Roman, who is in the slot, or not in the slot, excuse me, just comes out and just a two-handed shove of Malik Muhammad and then does a bit of an in-breaking route. So going to be 3rd and 21 now, Dan. Texas A&M. I don't know if you go for it here if you don't get it, but
you didn't get it, but that's a good run.
Marcel Reed with a really nice run.
We got a flag.
Possibly a face mask on the end of that one.
Personal foul face mask. Yep.
Wow. A big-time bailout on that one. So a nice run from Marcel Reed.
Let's see it. Yeah, you got it was hands to the face. Yeah, there's something there.
Yeah, he had him. Man, that's a huge bailout. But it's the right call. I've got 9:57 on my game clock, Dan.
I got 9:50. I'm ahead of you. I can pause it after this play.
After this play, pause it and let me know where you're at, and I'll tell you when I get there.
I'm at 42.
So am I.
All right.
So an incompletion, 9:42, about to be 2nd and 10.
Well, I guess the clock stopped at 42, so we don't know exactly. What are you at in terms of game clock?
Game clock is 9:42. Play clock is at 22 seconds.
I am at 15, 14, 13 snap.
Yep, we're about the same. That's close enough. Heavy pressure from
Upfield,
Marcel Reed.
very
Scrambles,
nice,
brace contain. Nice pass. Nice pass. We got a Swedish player, Dan. Orstrom, I believe the tight end.
Nice.
With a really nice.
That does not look like a. Oh, nice. There it is.
All right, so we have a touchdown up the middle for Texas A&M. A 13-yard run from E.J. Smith. Which, wow, that escalated quickly, did it not?
Of course it did. All right.
Having Texas A&M 3rd and 21. Marcel Reed, a really nice run up the middle. The face mask. Then the nice pass play from Marcel Reed to break, contain, and hit the Swedish tight end. And then a run up the middle from E.J. Smith to make this one 20-17. 9:15 left in the game, Dan. This one's going to come down to the wire. What a game. It didn't start out looking like we were going to get a game like this, but this is trending in the right direction.
122-3 over Purdue for Indiana the last 2 years.
Good Lord.
Is this game over? Is it even over?
The game right now is 56-3, 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Wow.
I saw Barry Odom's name come up for Penn State, by the way.
I've seen a lot of names come up for Penn State. Territorial Cup is 7-3 at halftime. Then we got this one. We've only got 3 games going on right now. If you are out there watching, we got a lot of new people tuning in out on YouTube, wherever you may be. Please hit subscribe. Help us out. I've got the little ticker down there in the right-hand corner. Doing our best to try and get to 27,100.
Yeah, why
not? At some
not?
point within the next couple days here over the weekend. Maybe a little bit higher than that.
Set your sights higher.
Well, I mean, let's get to 100,000, but that might take a minute. We will be doing streams all weekend. We've got a big one coming up tomorrow at high noon Eastern time. Michigan hosting Ohio State, trying to get 5 in a row over the Buckeyes. And then we've got our midnight live stream where we're going to recap all of the action from Rivalry Week and sort of set the table for what the playoff rankings are going to look like. Obviously, for what Conference Championship Week is going to look like next weekend when we have 10 Conference Championship games to discuss. We do 2 episodes every week, Tuesday, or 3 episodes every week, but 2 during the week on Tuesday and Thursday, and then the live stream at midnight on Saturday. You can hit follow or subscribe, obviously, if you want to watch on YouTube or if you want to go out and listen to us on your podcasting app of choice. We are the Solid Verbal.
Agree. That's what we are.
This old fashions treat me well. I've been nursing it all through the second half, Dan.
What's that?
I said that the old fashioned's been serving me well here. I've been nursing it all second
nice
half.
And loose?
I feel good.
Good.
It's been warming the cockles of my heart.
I'd love to hear it.
For the new people tuning in, let us know your hometown. Let us know where you're at right now, where you're watching this from.
Please, what you're eating, what you're drinking.
What you're eating, drinking, whatever you want to tell us. We'll put it up on the screen.
What you look for in a first date. I don't know. Whatever you need.
Whatever you're into. It doesn't matter.
You need another one, Ty. That's what's Super Trooper.
I'm good. We're doing this at noon tomorrow. I gotta pace myself here.
That's true. So what time will you be up tomorrow morning?
Marengo, Ohio, and he's at work. Okay, well, we're going to do our best to try and keep you up to speed with what's going on. This isn't like full play-by-play commentary, but we're going to try to keep you aware of what's happening here. Thank you for tuning in from work. Hope your night's going well. We got Pensacola, Florida, Klamath Falls, Oregon. You ever been there, Dan?
I've not been to Klamath Falls, no.
White Salmon, Washington sounds marvelous.
Nice.
Someone switched to tequila. Okay, got Ann Arbor eating a delicious apple pie. Beautiful. Okay. Just saying hello. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Love it.
Ontario, Seaforth, Ontario. Caribbean. I don't know if he's really in the Caribbean, but we're going to take his word for it. We got Hawaii. We've got Minnesota. We've got Wisconsin. We've got Corpus Christi, Texas. Thief River Falls, Minnesota. Lock your cars in Thief River Falls. Champaign, Illinois. Denver, Colorado. Mobile, Alabama. Baltimore, Maryland.
There is a notable athlete I just learned from Klamath Falls, Oregon.
Okay. Not
Dave, but Dan O'Brien.
Beautiful.
You remember Dan and Dave.
How could I ever forget?
Yeah.
Lakeview, Chicago. You know where that's at, Dan?
Yeah, of course. That is Lakeview is, I think, very close to Wrigley Field.
Got Augusta, Georgia.
North side.
Love it. Traverse City, Michigan. Watching out on the Everything app. We got New York, New York. We got Columbus, Ohio. Another Columbus, Ohio. I got all sorts of people tuning in. Thank you so much.
Traverse City, the particularly timely part of the year. Arguably the
Traverse City.
Traverse City, arguably the pie capital of America.
Oh, that's right. We've talked about this.
Arguably, I think we gave away pie from the Grand Traverse Pie Company, right?
We did. We absolutely did. All right, Texas ball, 9:07 left, 1st and 10. Arch Manning under pressure again. A little floater to Jack Andrews.
Making it work.
Getting it all the way down to the Texas A&M 40-yard line. Arch is cooking with gas here, Dan. Arch feels like he's cooking. That was a really nice throw. Here you go, Dan. Little Okinawa, Japan.
Nice.
Fredericksburg, Texas. I love it. Thank you all so much for hanging with us here. Texas with the ball now, trying to get it back to a 2-score affair. About to be 2nd down and 9 at the Texas A&M 41-yard line. We got another person watching in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, very popular locale for this tonight.
Arguably the fast food capital of America, I believe.
Is it?
I want to say it is. I think like the number of fast food places founded. Maybe Wendy's. One of the major ones is from Columbus. Jenny's Ice Cream is from Columbus.
We got Ford, Washington. If somebody is watching in Kabul, thank you for watching us in Kabul.
Absolutely. I love hearing about capitals, like the gear shift capital of America. You know what I mean? Like that there is a specific place that produces or is known for something in a more pronounced way.
Like Sandusky, Ohio, the best brake pads money can buy.
Exactly right. I love hearing like what your town is known for more than most places.
3rd and 8. There is a flag. Both sides pointing at each other. The refs conferring, trying to figure it out. Still no decision. And they have called offsides on Texas A&M, about to be 3rd and 3 You get a first down here. I mean, you're already in field goal range, but you get a first down here. And I think this is, Dan, where it starts getting really interesting if you are able to just wind the clock. Just wind the clock. 3rd and 3, ticking down towards 7 minutes.
Nice.
A quarterback draw to Arch Manning. A nice run. He's broken contain. Give him 6.
Absolutely beautiful.
Wow. Cooper Manning going nuts. Texas going nuts. That is a run right up the gut. 35 yards up the middle for Arch Manning. A touchdown to make this one 27-17. Wow.
Considering opponent and considering, I mean, not stakes necessarily for Texas, but considering opponent and moment, might be the most impressive Arch game of his career.
Oh, not even a question, Dan. And especially with the way he started.
It's the best half of his career. We'll say
best half of his career. With the way he started. Yeah. I mean, this stat line here, I've got it up on the screen now. We were looking at it at one point. I think it was like 5 of 17 or 5 of 22.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it wasn't great. But what he has done, I think, with his legs in this game, certainly that run, he's been under pressure the entire game.
Look at the middle of the field. Lot of grass. One hit to break, one safety tackle. Yeah. What a play.
We had a dude in our YouTube comments not too long ago.
Yeah.
Who was adamant, and I mean adamant, that Texas was going to beat Texas A&M. And was just like
going on no evidence.
Well, yeah, and that was my comment back to him. I'm sure. I hope he stops back. I mean, it looks like he's going to be right. So, give him his flowers. But was just adamant. Could not see a universe in which A&M could beat Texas. And I was like, dude, I don't get it. I understand. I mean, it's obviously a 2.5 point spread, right? The game's in Texas, and Texas is a good defense, if nothing more. So I don't think it's that hard to craft the case for Texas to win. In hindsight, guy looks like a genius. Just didn't see that it was that cut and dry,
It's true. I think people are giving us what their places are known for.
Oh, okay.
The birthplace of Buck Owens in Sherman, Texas.
Okay.
I feel like he was hold on. I want to say Buck Owens. Yeah, he's Bakersfield. He lived in Bakersfield.
Right.
Okay. He's like the Bakersfield Sound, the old country. Okay. I understand that, though. Birthplace.
Texas A&M ball, their own 25-yard line, 7:04 left in the game. Marcel Reed, flush from the pocket, gains about 4 yards. The clock is ticking now. A&M not just playing against Texas, but also now playing against this clock. I do appreciate the bright yellow shoes that Marcel Reed has.
Game. It's a nice play.
Short pass up the middle to the Swedish tight end again, I believe. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 here. Oh, no, not the Swedish tight end. That was Borkircher.
So the top half of the SEC right now, before the result of this game, excuse me, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Those are the teams with winning records in the SEC.
Okay.
Texas is the only team on that list that Texas A&M has played.
Wow.
Otherwise, the losing record teams that they have played, LSU, Mizzou, I believe Florida, Arkansas, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Auburn.
What is the conversation going to be like after this game if Texas goes on to win. I mean, the playoff discourse is going to be absolutely thrown into a blender as a result of this. And I'm not sure I even fully agree with any sentiment that Texas should be part of it now.
Right.
Right. Because I think Texas has been wildly inconsistent this year. I'm not certain that, well, I mean, Texas, I think, has gotten better offensively.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm not certain I would put them in, but I let's put it this way, just as a passive observer, forget what we do. As a passive observer, I fully expect the playoff discourse to just be a friggin' nightmare in about 45 minutes from now and continue all throughout next week until we figure out who's going to be in this thing.
So I think it's actually, I don't think is going to be too crazy because likely Michigan's going to lose. And there's a pretty good chance Vanderbilt's going to lose. And Utah nearly lost to Kansas.
Right.
It has 2 losses already.
Right.
So Texas jumping up 3 spots, which is about where the committee has been with like good wins lately.
But can you imagine if they put
Texas ahead of Miami?
Texas ahead of Miami.
Well, again,
like what's Ari going to write about that?
No, well, he did say Notre Dame is better than
I know.
Miami.
I'm not.
Miami might just lose to Pitt tomorrow, and it'll be very easy in about 14 hours.
They could. And Ari knows I love him. I'm just giving him hell.
He texted earlier.
Did he?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Come on. What were Ari?
Big Ari fan.
Ari and I were texting about the the On3 Ole Miss reporter.
Okay.
Spirit Ben. And then he said I should just have people who are visiting New York text me so I can give them an itinerary so that they avoid tourist traps. And I said, how will I? Here we go. Texas A&M swallows up Reed.
Texas A&M driving with the ball. It's inside 6 minutes now. It's about to be 2nd and long. And a nice completion from Marcel Reed. Had some time in the pocket, stepped up, and now has them in plus territory. But again, this is a matter of time. They're going to need to score somehow, some way here. They're now inside field goal range. That's a
first down.
A first down to Bethel Roman over the middle for an 11-yard gainer. So they're technically in field goal range. They're going to need a score here relatively quickly, and then they're going to need to stop in some heroics from Marcel Reed.
A lot of time.
Marcel Reed, about a 5-yard
gets out of bounds.
Completion.
No, that doesn't stop till later.
And that one was to the Swedish tight end. If you are just tuning in, please hit subscribe. Please help us out here. Help us drive this number up. We'd appreciate it. If you're not into the YouTube thing, please look for our podcast, The Solid Verbal, out in your app of choice. Marcel Reed flush from the pocket again. He's going to scramble about a yard short.
By the way, this is Marcel Reed on a bum ankle.
I know.
This is still a crazy impressive performance.
Going to be 3rd and short. We got about 4:20 now on the game clock, Dan. It is getting late. We got tick, 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 tick.
Tick, tick, tick,
tick. Tick. 3rd and 2.
They should just run Reed all the time, maybe?
Run up the middle.
Easy
okay, that's a first down. They're now effectively in the red zone. E.J. Smith.
Son of Emmett. I believe. Am I wrong? Stanford transfer? Now, your silence concerns me. Taking a shot.
I'm focused.
Oh, it's a pick.
Oh.
That tap? Yep.
Michael Taff with the pick for Texas. Marcel Reed threw it up into. Oof. We're going to have to get a look at this one from behind the quarterback. But was under pressure, tried to force it, led them all the way down into the red zone, and then made a really bad decision. Michael Taff back and healthy for Texas, which is good.
I call him Taffy.
Wow. So they're showing the replay now. And there was a little bit of pressure on Reed, but I don't know where he was throwing that, Dan.
Well, I know where he was throwing it.
That was a panic pick right there. That was a panic pick.
I mean, he underthrew it anyway.
He underthrew it. He didn't see Michael Taff. I mean, that was just a really bad decision from Marcel Reed. Texas is now backed up on their own 3-yard line. So I suppose something wonky could happen here.
Trey Wisner.
And Trey Wisner barely gets out of his own end zone. But it is now less about whether or not A&M can get a safety here and more about the clock. The clock is now A&M's biggest enemy. I mean, I think you probably want to sell out here if you're Texas and try to get the safety. Because if you get the safety, you get the ball back. McElroy was just talking about this in the broadcast, but you get the safety, you get the ball back, and it's technically a 1-score game if you can get the 2-point conversion. But you got to believe Texas knows that's coming as well. Texas's offensive line has definitely been a liability for most of the season.
Correct. So this would be if chalk holds and Texas wins, it's Bama, Georgia?
Correct. And if Bama were to lose, it would be Ole Miss, Georgia.
Right.
All right, another run up the middle. I believe that was Trey Wisner. Just got a little bit more breathing room. A 3-yard gain. They're now up to the 5-yard line. A&M just burned their final timeout. So,
what yard line was A&M on when they threw the pick?
I believe the 19-yard line.
So people are in the comments, and this is generally the conversation when something like that happens. Should have kicked the field goal then. 5 minutes left or whatever.
Well, I mean, I think that's I think hindsight's 20/20. I mean, they had a lot of momentum before that play.
They did, but just in terms of time, right?
I
You attempt the field goal.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know what the card says, Ty. You attempt the field goal, then you know more of what you need to do, right? You take the points, give your defense time.
I get the logic there.
If they feel good about their kicker,
yeah. All right, so Trey Wisner is stopped. It's going to be 4th and long. Texas is going to punt it away here. My hunch is that A&M is going to bring the house, try to knock this one back, see if they can create a special teams play. It's really the only thing they could do. It's 3 minutes left. The clock is winding down. They're going to end up getting this ball back with about 2:40 left. No timeouts left on the clock other than the 2-minute warning. The punt is away. He just sort of kicked a low liner just to get it out. KC Concepcion, a good punt returner, gets it up to about the 43-yard line. So 2:32 left. You know, A&M's got good field position, but they're just not going to be able to stop the clock if they were able to get a score here and then give it back to Texas.
Right.
27-17, 2:32 left. Texas A&M with the ball, their own 43-yard line.
Another pick.
Wow. And that, my friends, is going to be the ball game.
That's the ball game.
That is going to be the ball game. Marcel Reed tries to force another one. That is 2 picks in consecutive passes now. And Texas is going to emerge as the upset victor at home.
There's a flag.
All right, so it's still going to be Texas ball. They called unnecessary roughness against Texas after the pick. It looks like Texas is going to come away the victor here, Dan. So we've got our first big upset of rivalry weekend. They're showing the replay, and I mean, it was just...
It's a great play.
Yeah, I mean, he just dropped into a zone. Kind of looked like a man, then dropped into a zone and fooled Marcel Reed. Wow. Well, before we go then for the evening, let us know in the chat here how high Texas should jump as a result of this one, because I think that's going to be the conversation. You know, do you move them up one spot? Do you think they belong in the playoff now as a result of this win? I don't know. Just let us know what you think in the chat. We'll flash some of them up on the screen. So we're going to get down to the 2-minute warning. I'm going to run the last commercial here for the folks that are watching out on YouTube to help us pay the bills. Stay with us on the flip side. We'll bring this game to its end.
By the way, Ty, this is for the X Everything app people. According to some betting sites of kind of ill repute.
Okay.
I don't know if any of these have any credibility whatsoever. So I'm just throwing out completely unfounded, not even news here, unfounded garbage.
Okay.
The new betting favorite to be the next Penn State head coach is Kalani Sitake. Out of nowhere on some of these trash betting sites.
Okay.
I don't know what that means to you.
I saw the name.
Yeah.
I did see the name, and I didn't take it seriously.
Okay.
But his entire coaching career has been in the state of Utah.
Except for 1 year at Oregon State. Yeah.
Except for 1 year at Oregon State.
Arizona just took the lead, Frand.
And I like Kalani Sitake. I don't know if he's a good fit at Penn State, but I have wondered why more places haven't spoken to him.
Mm-hmm.
I am just about at wit's end with the betting favorite to do anything. You know, and whether it's Kalshi or Polymarket or any of these sites, that none of this is grounded in any reality. It's somebody who's got a few bucks that they want to throw on a random name, and that's what moves the odds. You know, there have been 7 different betting favorites to be the Penn State coach, to be the LSU coach, to be the Florida coach, and it's a lot of people betting who have no idea why they're betting on any of these names. They're just interesting names. So I do kind of cringe every time I see someone online post the new betting favorite is Bob Chesney to be the new coach at.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, I like Bob Chesney, but I just I'm sort of at my end with that.
Elsewhere, Arizona began the second half going 3 and out, but punting it, having it downed at the Arizona State 4. ASU runs a 3-yard run, a 5-yard run, fumbles the ball immediately for a 6-yard loss. And it's Arizona ball loss of 3-yard run, 9-yard touchdown pass. 2 plays, 6-yard touchdown drive for Arizona. A game in which Noah Fafita has not done a ton, and their leading rusher has 7 carries for 13 yards.
Good Lord.
And Arizona's currently winning in the second half of the Territorial Cup. In pursuit of its first 10-win season. I mean, they'll go 9-3 if they win this game, but potentially 10 with a bowl win in quite some time. Arizona, another one of those teams that's like a minute and a half from being like 11-1.
I mean, a 9-3 season for Zona this year would be incredible.
It'd be wild.
Be incredible. I mean, there were real conversations behind the scenes about trying to get rid of Brent Brennan after last year because it seemed like he was in over his head and tried to run things a lot at Zona the way he did at an FCS school, you know, and made some big changes. It's obviously paid some dividends. So good for him.
Oh, we're back wide here. Open grass.
We're back here. Texas with the ball. Trey Wisner with a big run. Gets down to the 46-yard line now of Texas A&M. The clock is ticking. He just slides to go down in bounds. They're going to wind this clock.
It is always such a joy to watch a player make a heads-up play with regard to the clock going down in bounds. Little things, man. It's good coaching. Good
this thinking. Is the thing right here. I've got this up on the screen. Our player stats. I think this is the thing right here. Trey Wisner, 155 yards. That's been key.
I'd say the 2 picks next to Marcel Reed's
Texas
name.
Tonight. The 2 picks next to Marcel Reed for sure have been a very big deal as Texas is starting to take a knee. And yeah, these 2 turnovers loom pretty large. Your final score, folks, is going to be 27-17 Texas. It is our first big upset of rivalry weekend. We knew today was going to be a rather big day of college football action, and in fact, we got it. You know, this is sort of the big one though, and this is the reason why we did this live stream here. So, if you've yet to do so, please hit subscribe. We'd love to have you in our community here as this game winds down. We're now at about 43 seconds. Arch just took what might be the final knee of the game. Might need one more to put this one final. Hit follow, hit subscribe wherever you may be. We'd love to have you with us. We're going to do this again at high noon tomorrow for the game between Michigan and Ohio State. And then, of course, we've got our live recap stream, which is going to be at midnight Eastern. We'll recap everything that transpired over this weekend, Dan.
Yes. Man.
That's the game, my friend. We finally got an upset here.
Game blouses. Man. Think about the conversation we'd be having if Texas could put a body on Dallas Wilson, huh?
Oh, my God.
Then we'd really be into a thick of a conversation.
Unbelievable. So there you have it. Texas with a 27-17 win. The game's just gone final. A&M drops their first game of the year. What this means now moving forward, how this fits into any kind of playoff discussion. I know we've already had some disagreement in the chat, so my hunch is that this is going to get very, very interesting. But we still have another day of college football. Today was pretty good. Here's hoping tomorrow's better for that guy over there, my good friend Dan Rubenstein, for myself, Ty Hildenbrand, to the millions watching at home. We'll catch you all tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy your night and stay solid.
Peace.